Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Trackmania Seasonal Series Challenger Series. My name is Quantum Deathcat, and I'm here with Boney. And we've got ourselves a couple of matches today as the Poggers reign in chat. How are you, Boney?
I am doing good. I am doing well. Been looking forward to the matches this weekend. Obviously, last weekend we had the Swiss rounds all completed, done and dusted. 8 teams remain, and I'm excited to see how they will be matching up against one each other. I mean, we've got 2 matches to watch today, but there's 4 happening, right? Because we've got quarterfinals 2 and 4 at the same time and 1 and 3 at the same time. So we're gonna have to pick one of the two, and we already know the first one, right?
Exalted Toro and Eagles Esports, Loud Esports versus Shift, Emery's Esports versus Golden Trio, and DNF Esports versus the Flying Guys. So that is our 4 matches for today. And so I'm guessing we're doing Loud and Shift.
That is right. We'll be doing 2 and 4 at first. Loud and Shift is going to be the 2 teams that are going to grace our screens in just a little bit. Let's hope for Shift that 16 does not show up, because they might get memed on once again. But that is, just one of those things, right? Just don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Just make sure. I'm sure they've been working on that corner, right? They must have. But either way, I mean, that was a random map, so I doubt that they actually looked into it that much. But no, it's going to be a good time. Loud Esports Shift. Hopefully, everybody will be able to make it, get into the matches and whatnot. But yeah, just looking at their stats in general, they both have gone 3 and 1 during the Swiss round. So none of the two really, above one or the other, right? Loud Esports positioned in 4th place and Shift in 5th place. So they should be well matched against one each other, and will hopefully lead to some fun matches. What are your thoughts on Loud Esports Shift? What do you think is gonna take it?
I mean, here's the thing, right? Both teams fight each other quite often in, how can I say this, in tech tournaments, right? Shift especially, they love joining every single tech tournament up against Begenius and Eminem, all those regular teams, THE. Loud Esports, they join it from time to time, and I feel like they're pretty equal on it, but most of these maps are not tech maps. So I'm interested to see where it'll take us, though with Loud you have Mika and Elcon on it. I want to say that Loud has the advantage in the sense that they can play the 2 ice maps that we have. 3 ice maps that we have.
I mean, we're going to see a ban on 19, though. Let's be honest.
No, it has to be banned. It has to be banned. No way they don't ban it. If Shift don't ban it, they are literally just saying, yeah, take the first map. We don't care. That's
a handicap, exactly that. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, Shift obviously we know Eddie and Dexter, for example, are amazingly good at the sausage blocks. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a Fall 11 make the make a passing in the match. Wouldn't be surprised if that would be one of their picks. With the amount of reliance on those sausage blocks and those tight corners, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be theirs. But I'd be curious to see how they'll match up. I mean, I believe last time we saw Shift with their pick, which was against, and I need to quickly check.
I can do that.
Who that was against? Yeah, please do. Was that? No, that wasn't Exalted Taro that we saw. I believe that was against Golden Trio. Am I correct in saying that?
I do believe you are correct.
No, the Flying Guys. I remember a very, very close match that went 3-2 in favor of Shift, barely as well. That was a very, very exciting, very, very exciting match. But yeah, they lost their pick there because they went 0-2 initially, only to fight their way back.
And
which is very exciting.
Normally is 21, which is
21. Ooh, the speed tech. Interesting.
They picked it up against DNF, who are currently playing up against the Flying Guys, which both teams we just talked about there. I think I'm feeling an upset potential here for the Flying Guys to win that one against DNF. Even though DNF is such a good team, I wouldn't be surprised if Flying Guys could take it away from them.
I mean, just thinking about that as well, right? The upset, we've had 10 invited teams, of which remain at the moment are Exalted Taro, We've got Shift. We've got, let's see, just to quickly double check that I'm not messing anything up. DNF. Who else is still in, actually?
We got Eagles Esports up against
Eagles
Toro.
Esports? No, well, Eagles Esports qualified. That's why I'm looking at that. Like we actually have quite some qualified teams still in.
Yeah, we had 3 qualified teams still in. The 3 first teams that got in, I do believe, Eagle Esports, Golden Trio, and the Flying Guys.
Well, yeah. See, I mean, and I think that's always exciting to see, right?
Wait, Emrys is still here. 4 teams. 4 teams.
Ooh, 4 for 4. Interesting. So we've had 10 teams invited initially, for those curious. 10 teams were invited initially to the tournament. Those were DNF Esports, Gravity, Apple Esports, Webspell Gaming, Shift, M&M Gaming, Exalti Taro, Vortex Gaming, Begenius, and Numalobs. Those were the 10 teams invited, but of those 10, only 4 remain. And from the qualifiers, we've had 6 teams come in, and from those 4 remain. Very interesting to see, that going. Obviously, for the qualified teams, they had to put in more efforts and go through qualifiers. So I wouldn't be surprised because of that. They might have maybe have dabbled a bit longer in these campaign maps, but that is, regardless, I don't know, one of those interesting stats. To put it that way, I don't think it says anything about the invited teams or the qualified teams. Just more, it's nice to see a 4-4 separation between the two.
Agreed.
Very excited to see how far they bring it.
Our matches today, what are they best of?
These will be best of 5. As far as I am aware, we're going to do best of 5 for quarterfinals, best of 7s for the semis. And the grand final, the granddaddy of them all, it's going to be a best of 9. That's right. You got to have to win out of 9 maps. You got to win 5 of those bad boys, of those suckers. But for now, it's relatively similar to what we had in Swiss. Just a simple best of 5. You ban a map each, you pick a map each, and then you ban another map each. And from that point, we have 2 maps picked, and 3 maps will be randomized, taking away those banned maps. Very curious to see what bans and picks are. Obviously, that is also part of the game, right? You want to make sure that you are picking and counter-picking against your team, similar to perhaps your Counter-Strikes, where you're looking at your maps, your Dotas, your League of Legends, looking at your heroes, right? And bringing all that into Trackmania, hopefully getting those maps in that fit your style. Obviously, you're going to get counter-picked on the maps that your opponents know you're good at. And there's a bit of, overall knowledge you need to have of the maps, right? You can't just be like, well, I'm just bad at all the blue series for some reason. I don't know. I would be very, very odd. You got to have some level of speed so that you can close it out, because you're not going to close it out on just your one pick.
Right. And the thing is that when you also ban, right, you got to think, can I do this, right? Like, can I play against them on this map? Their best map, I don't think we can play up against them. But if we ban this, right, they'll probably pick our worst pick, which is our normal ban in the first place, right? So you have plenty of bans for a reason as a team, right? You are 5 players most of the time. Sometimes you're 4, sometimes you're even 3, and you're forced to play down to maps that 1 or even 2 players can't play that well, right? And other teams can very much so take advantage of that.
Very, very much so. I am also just, it's part of that, right? There's 20 maps in the pool in total. And from those 20 maps, we're going to see, 2 guaranteed, 4 are banned out, and that just leaves 14, of which we just pluck and pick, right? We just pick. For all we know, nobody will ban like 25, and it's just bring it in randomly. Who knows? 24 might make a pass by again. I don't think we've seen people pick 24 explicitly. Have we?
Yes. One team has picked 24.
Ooh.
And they're no longer here, I believe. But Taipin were very, very good on 24. And
it's barely
so were Emrys, if I recall. Whoever played up against Canada in the pre-qualifier kept picking 24. And yeah, they were really, really, really strong on 24. Let me check who that could have been. If I look with my eyes here, I want to see.
You got eyes?
I got
Damn.
eyes. Apparently, I'm not using them
Damn,
right because
so-
I can't find the match in question. Give me a moment. No. That's not it. Is that the match? Can't find the match.
Oh.
Well, shoot. The match was not recorded. Oh well.
So how could you? That's just no.
What is it? Orcs GP Numlops was also a team that picked into it from time to time. They were a team that picked into it. Emrys was a team that picked into it as well. But then they got smacked by Eminem on it. Because, well, it's Eminem. They might not have done so well in this series, but they are still one of the better tech teams, right? You want to play 24, I mean, it's very tech heavy.
It is very tech heavy. I mean, we've seen also just entire teams make a mistake on 24 for that matter. It's just definitely one of those maps that has shown itself to be a bit of an Achilles heel for some players out there. But I think that could be said for the entire Black Series. I think the only one that players might be most comfortable when it comes to the Black Series is probably Fall 2022, right? 21, you've got your speed tech, and it's like just one bad slide, one no slide could mess up your entire run. Fall 23 has the jump through the tree line, where we can definitely expect people to yep tree. 24 we've just mentioned, and 25 the Trackmania Turbo map. It's a very long track, and I mean, we've seen people get stuck on the ring checkpoints, right? Those ring checkpoints have been very, very detrimental, I believe, to Lars in particular, if I am correct in remembering that. Either way, it's the Black Series we haven't seen picked too often, so it'd be interesting to see any of the teams come in with. Well, I mean, for example, 21 if Shift does decide to go for that.
Would you go for a 21 pick up against?
I mean, Shift does, right?
up against really up against Loud? You want to go 21? I mean, these players are no slouches, right? They are still.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, I can say that about Aldo.
They're not the techiest of teams, but they are definitely good enough to play on 21 for sure. I mean, did you see Mika play in OGL? Come on, the guy knows how to use some tech.
I suppose it's more of a ranking thing with Dexter and Eddie having 7th and 11th currently on 21.
True.
They just rely on that. They rely on that raw pace to go for it. Though, I mean, we have seen Dexter in this tournament and in previous tournaments be a fast player. He is not as consistent as you would like, right? He could drive top 10 times, and then next round lasted a pack by like 5 seconds. It's that consistency that he hasn't shown in live round chat that might cause them some... a bit of a downfall, but I again wouldn't be surprised if they were to pick 2021. That's definitely a pick that I think would make sense. It also makes sure that you do keep players on Loud Esports on their toes, right? Oof, all right, here we go. We got to go into 21. Who knows? We might actually preemptively ban 21, knowing that Shift is comfortable on that map. It'd be interesting to see, and I think a tactical choice as well, bringing in a black map like that, knowing that. These maps are relatively harsh on any mistake.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a small problem with the club rooms, so we're making backup rooms at the current moment, and once they are done, we can give out the passwords to, well, the casters, obviously, and the players who are going to be playing.
Happens, yeah.
In the meantime, let's talk about our little skins.
Yeah,
we've got a prize pool here of over $500 so far, and you could see Nightbot kindly sending it out for us about a minute ago. Help increase the prize pools and support the players and obviously the tscc by buying skins off of tmskins.gumroad.com. The 3 fall skins that are there will 100% all the proceeds from it go towards the prize pool, so whoever wins. Do they get all the money, or is it separated through players? I forget what the prize pool's earnings are like. Is it everyone in first place that wins the grand prize pool, or is it separated
Yes,
by?
that's a team. Yeah. So as a team, you received the
No,
the
no, no,
prize
no.
money,
I
right?
mean, which teams receive it? That's the question. Is it only first place, or is it like
Oh,
top eight?
apologies. You mean the way we
The
spread out the
spread.
monies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. No. So that's gonna be a first, second, and third. So third and fourth are going to have to duke it out, fight it out to see who is third or fourth place.
Okay.
First and second are guaranteed. Third, yeah. At the moment, we. It will be updated as the price pool goes up. As mentioned, the skins do contribute to that price pool. But with 480, if you check out the Liquipedia, for example, that would be 250 for first, 120 for second and third. We'll get 60, but that will just go up as more people buy these skins, these lovely, lovely skins. I still need to pick up my pack, in fact, and I'm going to do that pretty dang soon. I mean, look, I'm no, what is it? Hoarder when it comes to skins. I don't really go out of my way, but I like these skins, and I'm probably gonna use these, and without realizing, and use them for like years. Like, hey, why are you still using the fall campaign skin? I'm like, oh yeah, I just like it.
I mean, I myself just got a new skin, right? This is the first time I changed my skin in over a year. I'd been using the same skin for a very long time, and Plask, a Quebec friend of mine, made these skins for Team Canada, and decided to make one for me as well. I mean, if you want to look at me rave out.
Yeah, that is nice.
It is a wonderful looking skin, honestly. Well done by Plask. And he just made one for everyone who's pretty much Canadian inside that little thing. Anyway, I'll go into Spectator now. Just wanted to show it off. So shout out to Plask who made it. It's a very nice looking skin, to be fair. And you guys won't see it, obviously, but just wanted to show it off to my friends here. Obviously,
maybe quick cast around, huh?
Yeah, a quick cast around, maybe just you and me. Anyways, let's talk about the picks and bans. 19 got banned, as you said. 19 did get
19
banned.
19 is out of here.
The pick, I didn't see the first ban, sadly, but I did see that 19 got banned, then 11 got picked, 16 got picked, and then 6 and 9 got banned. So
you want to know which map was banned? I mean, we were talking about it. It's 21. 21 got banned.
21 got banned. Yeah. So 21 and 19 get banned, and then 6 and 9 get banned. So
yep.
2 tech maps and 2 ice maps get banned. 16, obviously the last ice map to come in here for Loud, and then it's a tech map for Shift. So it is 100% going to be an equal matchup here. 2 tech maps have been taken out, and there's not that many tech maps, let's be fair, in this campaign. And the ice maps, I mean, there was 1 pure ice map and 2 bobsleigh maps, and 2 of them have been removed. So there isn't much left here to fight for on common ground. Now it's all about playing on maps that you're slightly less comfortable playing on. For both.
I mean, I'm pretty, I don't know, I'm pretty hyped about 23 being in as the last map, but that's just because, 23 is 23, right? That's what it is. But 16 is back, all right? This is the nightmare for Shift. They, I don't know, again, like, I don't know if people have seen the clip. The clip has exploded quite a bit. But Shift flying out of the second dirt corner. Well, I mean, it's the final dirt corner, I should say.
Right.
With the entire team. So hopefully for them, they don't repeat that, because that would be kind of unfortunate. Because that would be, I think an easy victory then for Loud at that situation. But it looks like players are ready, good to go.
Thank you, Callaway, for the clip. He put the clip in the chat.
Thank you. And it is a good thing to remind everyone, like, hey, if you do see something happening, something, whether it's funny, whether it's wicked, whether it's just amazing, clip it, ship it, and share it with the world that we are checking out the Trackmania Seasonal Challenger Series Fall 2021 and having a great time at it as well. We're gonna go live in just 2 minutes with the first quarterfinals of the 4 in total. This is the second one, and we have the 4th one going on as well at the same time. So if you want to check out DNF Esports versus the Flying Guys, I'm pretty sure there is a POV stream going on. I would be surprised if there wasn't a POV stream going on in any way, shape, or form. I don't see anyone posting it. I don't think they're in chat here, so that's what it is.
Should we actually call this team Shift, though? With Dexter and Eddie on it?
I mean, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's fine. You know, so it does seem, just looking at the players in the match right now, we've got Figure, we've got Dexter, we've got Eddie on Team Shift, and we've got Alcon, Mimo Jr., and Mika on Loud. So it will be a straight-up 3v3. Won't have anyone on the bench.
Not for the moment, anyway.
Who knows? Maybe some people will show up later. You know how it is, right? It's Saturday.
Maybe someone
it's the weekend.
Like me, huh? Maybe someone just woke up, taking a shower.
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps.
Getting ready and then realize, oh no, we're starting now.
Exactly.
Why do I have 50 pings on my phone? What is this?
Wake up. What are you doing? Come on, man.
That feels like
we gotta play Trackmania, nerd. Shit.
Rave out our wonderful streamer for today. Ping me. How many times did you ping me? Twice, I think?
Yeah.
Tell me to wake up.
Until you wake up. I mean, you woke up, right? Eventually. I don't know if it was because of me, but you did wake up, and for that, I say, yeah, good job, well on you. I mean, today, no problem, right? We're here, we're ready for the first match, and I'm not on my own. Instead, it's me, Boney C, and Quantum Dev Cat, bringing you the first of the quarterfinals of the playoffs. It's gonna be hype, it's gonna be exciting. Best of 5, here we go. It's gonna be Fall 11. Round 1, and we're live. We are a go. This is Shift's pick, so expecting good results on their side. They were unable to pick 21. 21 was already banned, and instead they're going to have to show off their sausage skills on 11. It's looking good so far. Look at that. They got a nice train going with Eddie in the lead, Figure and Dexter following a bit behind. Ooh, Dexter not the best of slides, allowing Mika Mimo to overtake there. Still 1-2 is good enough for a round win. It's going to come down to this final jump, and we have seen people fail on this jump quite a few times actually so far, but nobody does. Great round. Wow, look at that. Just 6/10 between all the players. Dexter does end in 6th place, but win a 1 and 2 from Eddie and Figure. That is a round win for Shift Gaming. Good start, really.
Very good start.
Great round.
And it's incredible to think that a 36-1 gets you 2nd place, but a 36-4 gets you last. That's that is exactly what Dexter must be telling himself. Listen, I just had one bad drift and lost 0.3, and I'm in last. Yeah. So if these guys make a single mistake, it's looking it's looking like it's gonna be a very rough for them. But Elcon going very wide, he's gonna lose a lot of speed. Mika is losing speed as well. So Dexter still keeping up against Elcon and Mimo. As Eddie, he's going to be way up in first. Elcon flies out of the corner, and Eddie and Dexter, both of them, again, 35-7, practically a 35-8 at this point, just like last round, and a 36-1. Again, same thing, same deal, 1-2.
1-2 is what they need, right? You just need a nice, good 1-2 combo, right? Just bringing a straight punch in with a hook, or, vice versa. Maybe bring in, send in a little bit of an uppercut. Make sure the team is not really sure about what is going on. Are we driving or are we boxing? I'm not sure. Either way, it's keeping them on their toes, and at the moment it's in favor of Shift. Their pick is working out for them, though Loud is trying to fight back. They don't seem to have the, the pace, right? We've seen throughout the last 2 rounds, and this round once again, right? You can see Shift up in the front. Players falling off on Loud side.
They're trying
Only Mika a bit close, but that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it.
They're trying to keep up with 35 times. Everyone with 35. And you gotta understand, 35, that is incredible out of all of these players here. Some of these players are just so strong on this map, and it's just coming out to show. I mean, Eddie himself is number 3, I believe. Yes, he is on this map. Dexter is 17th. Right, and I mean, THE, if they'd been in this tournament as their own team, right, they had Megorian as well at 16th. probably very, very consistent. Sky on 35th as well. So THE Blue having very, very consistent players on these kind of maps. And I mean, this is why Shift are happy to have both Eddie and Dexter there. But a 1-2 coming out once again. 35-8. Feger only getting a 36-1 because he slams into the finish pole. But despite that fact, it's still 1-2. I think they've 1-2'd every round so far. Not even close.
Yeah. Not a single ace, but 1-2 is what you need. It's working out for them in their favor. They're already on map point. It's a very quick map 1 if they keep up the pace. But that is their big boon, right? It's just the pace. The map is not as consistent for the players on Loud Esports. Not be able to finish that. This time Figure the one falling off, but Shift has had this 1-2 happen, right? If one of the players makes a mistake, the other two will not, and they will keep it up. Bro, this time Dexter does have a bit of an awkward line, but favorably for them, that was the same for Mimo Jr. Looking like, ooh, Eddie slows down. Alcon and Mika able to overtake, pick up the 2 and 3. Mimo might pick up the 5. He misses the jump. Oh, he misses the jump, and Eddie picks up the number 5 instead. Whew. That was a close call for Shift there, but they managed to eke it out in the end. Mimo had to hit that jump there. That would have been okay, but instead, it's a 5-0, sweeping it up on Fall 11, and Shift leads the match 1-0.
Despite the fact that they lost that first map here 5-0, right? Now they're going onto home turf onto 16, and you know that it's probably going to be another 5-0 the other way, right? So I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. That they lost the first map and that they lost that last round there. I don't think they'll be kicking themselves over it, because in reality those mistakes would not have happened 5 times in a row for Shift.
Yeah, I think that is correct. It didn't look like Shift was gonna give away more than 1, maybe 2 rounds. And yeah, overall, just good pick on their side. Really played into their favor. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same when it comes to 16. 16 this time is Loud's pick. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, just for fun, the fastest time out of map 16 was fast enough for top 146 when it was made. And it is faster than TMGL player Grenadi's time, which he did on day 1, of course. But
right.
Let's put that aside for a moment, right? Still faster than Grenadi. If you think about it that way, congratulations. You know, your time is faster than Grenadi. In a
I don't mind being faster than TMGL player. I will take that. Like, man, I can't even hit top like 100. I just let
Now, I will say one thing. Loud are looking extremely good onto this map. Mika obviously having the second best time. Yes, Kubas has been far ahead of Mika. But when it comes to consistency, I think there actually is one team that was better on 16 than them. And I mean, if you're looking throughout here, I don't see any of the other players on Loud or Mimo Jr. Hold on, Mimo Jr. is 12th. Never mind. Mimo Jr. is 12th, but I can't find Elcon on this map. Where is he? He's 33rd. Wow, he's far down. He's 1 second behind world record. Oof. But if you can do 38, if you can do 38 consistently, that will be more than enough to win most rounds here, especially up against players who do not like playing ice. A 38 time will be more than enough to win, and a 39-0 by Mimo, despite having a lot of airtime, will show that he's good enough to do such a feat.
How is Mika making that? Just watching Mika on warm-up. I actually made that jump.
Yeah, this map, I think this would be the only map certain teams wouldn't ban against these guys, because 09 and 19 they are way more dominant on. This map is much more of a crapshoot, and if you look at that, beautifully done by the 3 Loud players. Dexter's still in with them, but Mika is so far ahead. He's so high up. He's got so much speed that he's not even in the crest. He's on top of the line. And then you can see perfect bug slide. Dexter slides out. And Mika, he's going on for a low 38 time. Let's see what he can give us.
Speed.
Mika gives us a 38-1 as our first opening time. 39-3 and 39-4. That 38 time, by the way, just saying, 38-1 is faster than Elcon's PB. It is faster than Mimo's PB. What Mika just did is a top 10 time.
Top 10 time.
Actually, top 11, but
look, you have to ban.
slide.
You can only ban one ice map, all right? Look, I can't blame Shift. I can't blame Shift. That's just, it's how it goes. I'd rather ban 19. I fully agree with the 19 ban. It's just, 16 exists. And Mika's taking full advantage.
Mert's saying his 38-2 was pretty good. I mean, it is pretty good. It is still top 20 time, right? But just Mika, man. It's Mika. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Everyone out of Shift flies out, and that is not surprising in the slightest.
Oh, Mika is out.
Mika is out?
Oh. Yeah, Mika flew out there in the final dirt corner, though it's still looking good for Loud with Mimo in first, Alcon in second, New Prime in third on Shift side, but that's 11 points. That's plenty. But, I mean, what is it? Shift already had a bit of awkward corner, right? They already lost 2 players on the first dirt corner. Dexter and Fegger flying out there. I mean, Fegger didn't fully fly out there. Words.
Right.
But, he was out of the running, and, I mean, he does finish, but it wasn't really consequential to the overall results of it all. Also interesting to know, we missed that one. New Prime actually coming in, subbing for Eddie for this map. So we do have some subs happening. Eddie is just on the back foot, just coaching the team at the moment. Ooh, one of the Loud players sliding out there, Mimo Jr. being the one. Only Mika and Alcon at the moment fighting it out for Loud. While
Mika's going for world record speed every single round, and Elcon, he's got more speed than the 2 Shift players remaining in front of him. Elcon going one, but New Prime and Dexter hit the wall. Mimo Jr. actually had more speed than them with a better bug slide. Oh, Mika, what is that time? 37-9 out of Mika. That is top 8 time. He beats Lyrus, who's 9th in rounds. What is this? Mika, that is 0.4 from your PB. That's 0.5 from the world record. On a map like this where no one can get close to it consistently. Mika, that's illegal.
It's not illegal. It's Mika. Trademark. We need a jingle for whenever Mika just drives a good time on an ice map, because at this point, we can just put that thing on loop.
I agreed.
I mean, again, he's in first place right there. Alcon, teammate, in second place. New Prime is trying to fight it out for that second place at the moment, and he is getting pretty close. Dexter decides to, I don't know, his horse was out of control there, trying to calm it down. But doesn't really matter in the end. Mika and Alcon do close it out again with a 1-2 punch. I mean, it's looking like 1-1 is going to be the score in just a little bit, the way this is going. We've got a 5-0 happening on Fall 11. On Shift side, and now it's looking like it's going to be another 5-0, this time in favor of Loud. 37-7, guys. Like, come on.
That hurts to watch. It hurts to watch just how good Mika is.
I'm going to look at Mika. It's
incredible just how fast he is. And Mimo Jr. is actually keeping pace for the current moment. And right behind him, Elcon's with his... A Hegao skin is just staying in behind. Hopefully his horn is not the sound of Mimo Jr. flying out, because that's exactly what he just did, trying to keep up with Mika. Mika, just with a modest 38-1.
38-11. Yeah, he didn't seem that fast, honestly.
No.
Just relaxing.
Just a casual 1-2 out of Team Loud. And you know what? That was a really, really, really loud way to say, hey, don't play us on any ice map.
Yeah.
Their dirt turns were impeccable, right? Amaterasu has finally joined in as well. We'll probably see him on this next map. I do believe it is 13.
I believe you're right. Yes, 13. After
14,
that, we
and
should.
Then 23.
Yes. So this won't be the map. We won't be actually going to 17. 17 is just, it's just here because it happens to be following 16. Don't worry too much about it. We're not going to see this dirt.
And just for everyone at home, the 38-7, 6th place in the world, beating players such as Plask, Carny, though just behind Fast XZ's PB, the Russian player who we've seen in tscc before. One of the better Russian players, I would say, honestly.
Yeah.
But beating out players who are really good on ice, such as Shadenis, Lyrus, Kuzi, right? All these players are behind that PB, not that PB, but just that 37-7 by at least 0.4.
That's 0.4.
Davigno is on 16 with a 38-2, right? That'll tell you that both of Davigno and Kuzi, right? They're 15th and 16th with only 0.02 of a second separating both of them, right? They're 0.5 behind that time that Mika just did. And they're 15th and 16th. That just shows you how little wiggle room there is, how much wiggle room there is on this map, right? Like, you can get a lot better on this map. There's so much potential. The ceiling is so high that top 30 is already a second behind world record pace.
Right? I mean, that's also ice, right? It's ice for you. It's that dirt slide. There's so much time to be gained with the slightest of adjustments.
The slightest of adjustments? Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying. Hey, come on.
But even 21, when you reach top 50, that's still a 0.5, right? Top 30 on 16 is -1. That's what I want to say. It's that top 30 is -1, and on 16, top 30 is -3. Right? So it's -0.3, I should say. So it's a completely different ball game that we're looking at on 16. There's so much untapped potential left in that map, and I can't wait to see if more players go for it.
I think it'd be definitely an interesting map to hunt. There's a lot of room, right? And I think compared to, like, I don't know, maybe some map like, I don't know, 6 or 7, right, which are a lot closer in terms of times. I think 16 is an interesting one to hunt. But, I mean, we should probably talk about 14, huh?
Yeah, we should talk about 14. Let's talk
16 was just interesting. That's all I can say, right? It was an interesting map. In fact, we're done with warm-up, and players are already getting ready for Fall 14. This is the first of random maps. Players have not picked or banned this one, so
Eddie is
we'll see how it goes.
And Amaterasu is in 4th on this map, so this is looking very likely like a win for Shift. I'm just gonna say it.
Well, they already lost Eddie, so it's going to be Dexter and Amaterasu
no slouch on this map either. And I mean, this map is 2 drift corners, so well, Dexter clips into that one. So now let's see the water bounce. Does anyone get it? Yes, Mika does, but Amaterasu gets it better, and so he'll win the round. Wonderfully done by Amaterasu, 33-9. That's exactly what you'd like to see, and that's probably the times that we are going to see. World record is 33-6. But yeah, I don't think we'll see anything near that. 33-8, I think, is going to be the highest time we see today.
33-8. I mean, we were getting pretty close to a 33-8 with a 33-9. So
right, but there isn't that much time left to be found past that. In terms of rounds, you really need to risk beyond comprehension, just like you do when you hunt for a time, right? You risk so much when you hunt times.
And that's the beauty of these rounds, right? You can see the pace of these players. Eddie, Dexter, Mimo right now. Dexter right now flying out. But the fact that they are doing this live is what makes this even more baffling to me personally.
Absolutely insane.
Looking like Eddie is going to close it out now, though, but he's being chased down by a loud crew.
I eat my own words.
You're eating your words. You are eating your words. There's the 0.7. Oh no, we're gonna get 0.8. I swear. No.
I love talking, and the opposite of what I say happens. That time is tied for 34th. 33 and 32nd have the same time. So because they were made before, obviously that would have been 34th had Eddie not had world record.
Yeah, he's just driving a bit slower than usual. I can't blame him, alright? He's just taking it easy, hanging out with the team. It's all good. I mean, at the moment, we are 1-1. Loud was able to pick up a round win there.
Oh,
The 2, 3, 5 finishes coming in. Ooh, who do we have out? Dexter is out here. Pukitarasu, aka Ama. And Eddie at the front. Is that enough for a 1-2 punch? Mimo is trying to get in between to ruin the party, but they're not going to in the end. We've got some level 34s coming in.
See, that's the times we expected.
34
zeros.
There's
A very solid time. Oh, Dexter. Oh,
Where's Dexter?
no.
There is.
Where's Dexter? There's Dexter.
Found him.
Found him heading straight into the finish pole. And, man, that's a rough one for Eddie, Dexter, and for Dexter. But Eddie, very slow time for his standards, right? But still wins the round. So
exactly, and 1-2 is enough, right?
Oh.
Ooh, Mika out. Oy.
Oh, and Dexter gets a slowdown. So it's a 2v2.
2v2.
In reality, yeah, because Dexter is over a second behind. Amaterasu now goes for the jump, and look at how sideways he was. He's going for a very, very fast time, but he goes wide and clips into the wall. Mimo will be first, but look at Eddie. He had that 50% on the water jump, and he's got more time, more speed than Mimo. It's 7,000ths of a second that separate them. And
Wait, is
Elcon
Mika gonna snipe?
And Mika gets 5th. There you go. So it's a round win there for Loud. It's 2-2, but Eddie showing us the real angle that you need to hit that water bounce at. You see that Mimo and Mika are hitting it at the 30%, right? Obviously, you take your sweet keyboard, you press an action key, you press action key number 3 to go normally on that water. But if you press action key number 5, you're actually faster, but it's less consistent. However, Eddie, Amaterasu, and Dexter seem to be pretty consistent at doing it, unlike the other 3 players on Loud who are doing it on 30% instead of 50%.
We are getting quite some players just falling off. Dexter fell off, Mimo fell off, and again we have this 2v2 at the end happening, and this time in favor of Shift. It's very interesting to see, like, despite how, I mean, I want to call this map relatively simple, right? If you were to look at other maps, I'd call this map simple. Despite that, and I think maybe because of that, we see these players pushing it so hard that we just have players falling off throughout the midway point and towards the end of the map, just pushing the speed a bit too much, going a bit too wide, all right, trying to use as much space as possible, but end up using too much space instead. Very interesting to see how these players are pushing these times. Right now, though, everybody very close together, nicely packed. Tight. Amaterasu, bit of an awkward line there, falls a bit behind. Eddie and Dexter currently in the lead, but Amaterasu, because of that line, actually has a bit more speed going into the finish line. And it's looking like an ace is on the table for Shift to close it out. I believe they are on map point, if my count is not off. In fact, it is not. I have been counting correct in my head. They've got 3 shots at making the score 2-1 in their favor. So Loud Esports is going to have to pick up the slack, pick up the pace, and try not to crash.
Yeah, especially try not to crash here. But that is... the cards have been dealt, and they need to fight on this map here. They need to fight tooth and nail. You said it, it's a very simple map, but look at them jumping off of the corners of these blocks to land earlier on their left side, on their right sides. But look at that, 3 players already out here, and Dexter is the one flying the flag for his team. Elcon right behind, Mika in 3rd. It's all about Mimo Jr. now. Where does he finish? Does he finish in 5th? He needs 5th.
Oh! He's
does
going
he get it? No, he won't. He's falling. He's in the water. No, Mimo Jr.
Oh,
wait, he needs to finish. He's not going to finish. And Amaterasu finishes with minus 30 seconds. Mimo Jr. writes minus in chat. I mean, is it really minus, or you had all the time in the world to come in from that final checkpoint?
That was very awkward going through the water there, and it just cost everything.
It's very hard. It's a very tough respawn.
Yeah, it just went downhill, right? It just went downhill, literally and figuratively, at the end there. And Shift does benefit from that in the end. They are 2-1. They just need to take one more map to close out the match. But, you know, don't count Loud out just yet. They have a shot to bring it back. How are they on, because we are going to 13 right now.
Well,
How are they on 13?
Here's the thing, is that I see Mimo on 8, I see Eddie on 4th, so both of these players here, who are in this match, are very decent. You see Dexter on 11th, Mika on 13th. There are 2 players on each side here who are in top 15 of this. I can even be nicer. Top 13. So 4 of the 4 players out of the top 13 on this map are in this match. Pretty much. Now, when it comes to consistency, that might be a whole different story, right? But just that, saying that, New Prime is also on 29th. And where is Elcon? I have not seen Elcon just yet.
He's looking good in warm-up right now. Clocking in at 33.1.
Elcon is 56th. So all 6 players who are going to play this map are top.
That's exciting.
56.
That's what we want to see. I don't know if it's as exciting for Loud right now. They are the one on the chopping block at the moment. Shift just needs to take this one.
I think it's pretty equal. At this point, both teams have good players on this map. Every team has every player in the top 100. That means every player is good enough to really get a solid time here. And I think it's just about the consistency. How consistently fast can you be, right?
Be raw pace.
Are you going to be as fast as Mika when it comes to OGL, or are you going to be as fast as Elcon when it comes to OGL, right? And right. Elcon is a good player and all right, but he's not consistent whatsoever when it comes to OGL, right? And so it all comes down to overall consistency. And, well, Mika won 2 maps in OGL last week, so let's see what he does tomorrow. Let's see what he does actually later on today.
Yeah, good point. OGL is today for those who have been enjoying the Trackmania Grand League stuff. Yeah, OGL happens every Saturday. We have, I believe, 6 steps remaining.
But yeah, we only have...
We're on step 6, so 3 steps remaining. That's the word. Yeah. There you go. But that's, you know, something for tonight. And I'm sure these players are going to compete in that and fight it out. But right now, the main concern for Shift is to move on to the semifinals for Loud Esports. Not to get knocked out. There is no double elimination going on in this one. It is single elimination. Take 1 match, best of 5. You either win it and move on, or you just stay home, because you're already home, probably. This is an LAN event. I would love to go to a LAN event for this, but this isn't a LAN event, and instead we are live on Fall 13, round number 1. Shift in the lead, and Eddie and Dexter are doing just that, leading. Mika is trying to get in between, but awkward on the dirt line over there. Let's see if any of the other Loud players are going to be able to get in there, because it's looking like it's going to be a bit of a train. Elcon is in 3rd place and unable to overtake Dexter. 2/200ths of a second between Dexter and Elcon. Very, very close, but at the end of the day, Eddie and Dexter do pop in a 1-2 combo and kick off a round win in their favor. Shift is looking good.
78? 32-78. You're not going off the wall about that. I mean, I get it. Every single round, people do better than your PB. They do better than my PB by massively. But that's a top 26 time.
Ooh. That is high pace. But then again, I mean, as we've mentioned before, we expect high pace from these players.
Definitely. And these guys are definitely bringing the pace. They're bringing the heat. Elcon trying to bring it as well. Clips. And Eddie and Dexter 1-2 once more. Mika and Mimo just too far behind to catch up. 32-9. That one a bit more tame, I would say. That's what I was expecting. 32-9. I'm not expecting top 20 times. And these guys are bringing it in rounds anyway, right? These guys, right. I'm expecting top 100 times, right? Maybe top 50 even. But not top 20 times, which, I mean, we've seen a few of just in this match, and we'll see a few more in the upcoming matches too. It's gonna be nuts. That
is, I suppose, yeah, that is a fair assessment. I cannot really disagree with that. I mean, we've seen 16, for example, and seeing Mika shine. It's looking like Eddie and Dexter are gonna have their time to shine right now. They already were doing a great job on 11, which was their pick. But now, 13, again in their favor, though. Eddie falling behind Elcon Mimo Jr. and Mika bringing in the 2-3-4, striking back. Losing 2 rounds only to win 1. I don't like those exchange rates. Hopefully they'll just pick it up, win up another one. because they're going to need it again. They need to win rounds, right? They need to win rounds. They are behind still at the moment. 2-1 is not that big of a lead on Shift side, but they need to keep fighting hard. They need to keep up this pace, and right now this is looking like it's looking like a good start.
If you're Shift though, do you really want to go on 23? Right? This is not like a tech map. It's a Royale map. All things considered, right? As Mimo, he's going to get some airtime here for sure. He's going to lose a bit of time with that line, but that's a really solid line. Will he get overtaken? No, he won't. 32-9 for him, but it's not enough. Eddie, Dexter, and New Prime 2-3-4. And, I mean, the script is shifted right there, right? Of course, I did that on purpose. That is a 3-1 lead now, and, I mean, if they win this next one, it's practically game over here, unless Mika and Mimo and Elcon can just become consistent gods, and I don't know, everyone does top 100 times. I guess that would be good enough.
I mean, it's looking like Dexter and Eddie are really feeling the dirt right now. It's just really working well for them, pushing the outsides of these corners as hard as possible, just barely not touching the walls right there. It's just in their favor. You can see it again. Look at this pace. Dexter really pushing it there. Alcon pushing it a bit more than Eddie, so able to overtake there in the end, but a 1 entry along with a number 6 is enough, right? That's 11 points. You just need 11 points to pick up a round, and Shift like that, going quite fast through fall 13 and finding themselves on match point. They just need to win 1 round, and they've got 4 shots at doing that. I don't think they're going to throw it away, but I don't think Loud is just going to walk off quietly either.
No, they're definitely going to fight. This is the last round. If Shift win here, I was about to call them THE. It's practically Shift THE, right? Like Orcs GP Numalops. That's what they should have called themselves. But everyone crashes on that dirt turn, and Mika and Elcon will pick up the 1-2, unless Mimo passes them, and there you go. Mika and Mimo will get 1-2 as Elcon falls down to third. No ace sniped by New Prime. So it is 4-2, but there is a much needed round here for Loud, and you know what? There's 3 more left to take here. If you are Loud, if you want to go to 23, you need to go to 23. You need to win this map, and you gotta hope that more inconsistencies like this happen, as well as consistency coming up for you, Elcon and Mimo, 1 and 2 right now. But Eddie in second. Can he pick it up? He's gonna hit the wall. Dexter now fighting with Mimo, and now it's so close. Mimo and Dexter fighting for the lead. Dexter is gonna pull away. Elcon tries to come in closer. Not gonna work. Elcon, did he clip? No, he didn't. But Eddie, he can't catch up. Who's the win there? It is a win for it's a GG's. It's Shift who wins it. A 1-3. New Prime beat Mika to the line. How unfortunate.
Unfortunately, it was a tough race. I mean, to be fair, 13 was overall very close, but just higher pace on Shift side. I don't think Loud could have relied on too many more mistakes on Shift side for that matter, right? And I think a 3-1 scoreline says it all. I don't think there was a lot more going on. It was a very tough match, and starting off with a 5-0 on Shift side, then a 5-0 on Loud side, and then the random maps really determined, like, okay, who has the pace, who has the momentum, who has the speed, and it just seemed like Shift was just a bit better prepared to what was to come compared to Loud. So unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to Loud Esports. They fought a great fight coming in from the qualifiers, the MEA qualifiers, but unfortunately are knocked out by Shift. So Shift will be moving on to the semifinals, and they'll be waiting for the winner between Taro and Eagles. Those 2 teams still need to play. That'll be happening in just, I believe, a half hour from now, maybe a bit shorter, in fact. I don't have the exact times on hand at the moment. DNF Esports and the Flying Guys are still going on in the meantime. If I'm correct, we haven't gotten the results on that one.
We can't go watch, huh? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless they are like in the middle of a warm-up, then we could jump in. But otherwise, for those unaware, we prefer not to jump into an in-progress match because of people joining into a match can cause some lag for players, and we don't want to.
If 3 players like us join in, right, it's obviously going to cause lag. So it is going to lag. Then we don't want to do that, right? We want to do the opposite of that, because that is. I mean, how mad would you be? Actually, I can tell you that right now it is 1-1 for both teams, and they're currently playing on map 20.
20. Okay. All right. I don't think I have seen 20 on stream yet. No, I think we have seen it once.
Yeah, we've seen it once, but it wasn't like the most memorable. Oh no! All right, guys. I just saw Ase fly up into the air and fly to his. I don't know. He went to heaven, and despite that fact, they still win the round, and they win that one out. So Flying Guys go up 2-1. I think we could actually join. We could join their server. If you want to go into it, they're in warm up right now.
Oh, then we'll quickly swap a Rooney over. I just need to make sure.
You have the password?
I don't think I do, actually.
It is in Casters General.
Let's just get on in there. It's all over the place, right? Like, because of the slight hiccups. We unfortunately are a bit flying by our seats, just seeing what what works and doesn't work. All right, looks like I'm joining in. Yep, they're still in warm up. Looks good. Let's set myself to spectate this match. I don't know if there you go. We've got the graphs up. Thank you so very, very much. Shout outs to Ravel taking care of all the broadcasting right now.
Doing a pretty decent job there.
So we have no idea about which maps are coming up, right?
It is 2-1 right now for DNF.
Ooh, 2-1 for DNF. So
2-1 for Flying Guys. Sorry, Flying Guys.
Oh,
Flying Guys are
Flying Guys.
Yeah.
Apologies. Oh, I'm curious to see who is going to be fielded for the Flying Guys. I think it's pretty clear on DNF side. We've got Thomas Jean, we've got Monkey, we've got Area, and we have, where is he? Walgen.
Yeah, he seems to be on the wrong team. I guess everyone's like mixing everything up with SRK, Bueno, Aznaz, yourself, just everyone being around. I don't know what Walgen is doing on the on the wrong side, but
even got some Eagle players in here, just hanging out.
Shout out to Mr. Bueno for casting the French, obviously, right? People who are French who love hearing the French cast because we're annoying, right? Of course, hearing English casters are the worst, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Awful.
This is why the Germans listen to Grenadi's cast, right? Or to Maas's cast, right? They don't listen to the English cast. Why would they? The Germans are so much better at casting. Anyway, Mr. Bueno is a French caster who was casting the other match, which is how I knew that we were in warm-up.
Well, I mean, we're out of warm-up now. We're actually going live 2-1 DNF Esports Flying Guys. So this is just a quick jump into a match. Don't be surprised if you're seeing some different teams on your screen. But this is the other quarterfinals going on. It's looking like the Flying Guys is in a bad spot, having to prove their worth on 21.
Yeah, this is a random map. No one banned it, and no one picked it. That's really rare. It's like pretty much 19. You either ban it or you pick it. Yeah. But no one did either of those. And Thomas Jean right now fighting with Ase in the lead. Aznaz is in third place, in behind Wosal in fourth. Wosal actually getting overtaken by Walgen as well as Aznaz, who's now in third place. Ase in first. Aznaz going for the overtake on Walgen. He does get third place. And if Ase, Wosal, or Aznaz can get third place and first place, well, that's going to give it away. Thomas Jean falling to the wayside, getting last place, sadly. So we get 21 as our fourth map here, and if it's not decided, we're gonna go on 6.
6. I mean, okay, interesting. 6 is a map. That is pretty interesting though. Flying Guys though, leading right now 1-0. Looking good for them. DNF Esports. Just have the scoreline the other way around. Apologies for that. Flying Guys is in the lead. DNF Esports should not DNF. That would be a bit of a bad thing right now. Though Thomas Jan is he's doing great. Like, unfortunate for him crashing out in the final corner like that. Not sure where Monkey just went. He decided to just scoot on over to the right, picking up some ice cream. But it's cold outside. What are you doing? It's fall. Where are you getting your ice cream? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're just getting some strudels or, I don't know.
Oh,
some
everyone
hot
crashed.
Snack.
2 players crashed out.
Yeah. Ooh, Thomas Jan, not the best line there. Looking a bit of a no slide happening, perhaps. Only Wallagen at the moment for DNF in top 3, but it's looking like a 1-2 from Asi and Wosal. Thomas Jan did pick up some speed in the end, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, Ashe is, well, that's a 50.3. That's a really solid time, to be fair, right? 50.3 on this map is still top 100. He did a 50.2 earlier, but if we ever see a sub 50, reminder that that's a top 25 time.
All right, sub 50. We're gonna be looking out for those then. That's good to know. I don't have the times on hand at the moment. The moment I click out, the FPS tanks like a brick, so I don't want to do that to our poor viewers. I want to make sure we keep the action smooth.
I don't think anyone in this lobby, though, has a top 25 time yet. No one has a sub 50 yet. So if Ashe can come in and get a sub 50 as a new PB, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I mean, I'd be pretty stoked if that were the case. At the moment, it is looking good for the Flying Guys. Thomas Jan all the way back in 6th place. Made a bit of an early mistake. Monkey and Azanas currently fighting it out for 4th place. And you can see the top 3 right now, Asi, Wallagen, and Wosal fighting it out. And Wallagen, whoa! Think he hit the wall there as he slid out and then hit the outside. It's going to be another 1, 2, 3! The ace coming in. Monkey making a mistake at the end. A bit of a yep hole happening there. Oh, my word.
Can we get a clip for that? The double voice crack out of Bodhi there?
Wow, harsh.
And now whenever we say Wallagen, we could say Wallagen. Okay.
Wagon. Okay, so Wallagen. Gun. Wagon. Wallagen.
Whack-a-mole.
Like generation, like that.
Whack-a-mole. Well, you know what? He whack-a-moled himself into the wall. So Ashe with a 50.1 in that last round, getting ever so close to the sub 50 time. Let's see if he can get it this round with Monkey and Thomas Jean right behind him. Thomas Jean clipping into the wall, so now it's just Monkey. Behind him are Azanaz and Wosile, and so they're looking so strong on this map, but it's looking rough. Monkey, he clips, he can't go for the jump, and he falls off the map. Thomas Jean has a bad respawn. Monkey not having the best of respawns. It's gonna be an easy ace, the easiest ace you've ever seen in your entire life. No one's even close, despite the fact the entire team does a 50. And I don't know if will DNF Esports live up to their name? Will everyone DNF?
I mean, they got
Monkey makes it. No,
man.
No, Thomas Jean.
He
can't make it, and Wallagen DNF'd as well, so Monkey, come on, your namesake, man. And all he says is bizarre. I mean, I have to agree with you, Monkey. It is pretty bizarre. I know it's a very French word, but it still is bizarre.
Jean is really having some issues with this map, and this is not the time to have issues. We are 4-0 in favor of Flying Guys. They are set to win the match, and they are getting trampled, trounced, run over multiple times by the Flying. DNF just needs to pick up the slack. But with Thomas Jean already making such an early mistake, Wallagen as well quite a ways behind. This is looking like it's light outs for DNF. I mean, we're halfway through the map, and I'm just curious to see, are they gonna pick it up with a 5-0? Is the Flying Guys actually gonna knock out DNF in such a convincing manner? Final corner coming in. Asi once again in 1st place, Wosal in 2nd, Monkey 3rd, Azanas in 4th, Thomas Jean and Wallagen finish out the match. They all finish, but it is GG's, and we see Flying Guys moving on to the semifinals. DNF Esports, unfortunately, is eliminated after a fall 21. Messed up.
Wonderfully done. I called it. I said it. Flying Guys had the chance to upset DNF here, and they did just that. Is it really an upset, though, when you have a TMGL player on your side?
It does help out. It does help out, doesn't it? But
Ashe definitely bringing it, and especially on 21, he was very consistent and consistently fast on top of that. If ever I went up against the Flying Guys, 21 would probably be the first map I ban.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be playing 21. Just, I'm sure, all the teams taking notes right now. All right, ban 21 against Flying Guys. There you go. Got it.
And the worst part, it wasn't even their pick.
No, this was just one of the random maps, right? This was map 4, so first 2 maps are always picked, and then after that we have random maps coming in. But things will be a bit more random, right? We're going into best of 7 territory now with the semifinals coming up. But that semifinals, I mean, I'm saying this now, but it's not really coming up right now because that would be ignoring the other 2 quarterfinals that are going to happen in just a little bit. That's Toro versus Eagles, and we have Emery's versus Golden Trio. Those are the other 2 matches that will be happening in just a little bit. Semifinals are reserved for tomorrow, along with the grand final of it all.
That's gonna be such a long day, isn't it? We're just gonna be. How long are we going to be casting for tomorrow? Especially if we get ties. We haven't seen that many ties in rounds. Right, because obviously you need the last player to DNF for a tie to happen, but we could see a few.
Fair. Yeah, I mean that's also partly due to the timer at the end, right?
Right, 15
players do
seconds.
Have quite some time to finish.
It's very generous, honestly. 15 seconds. The only place where it's not that generous is on like 24 and 25, where some of the respawns are very, very slow.
Yes, that's very true. I mean, 21 may also happen. We just saw it happen, seeing 2 players not finish on one of the rounds. But I'd be surprised if we get a draw. I don't think we'll get more than a maximum of 9 rounds, right, on each map. I think it's just going to be a matter of the maps themselves, right? Instead of 5 maps in total, it's 7 maps in total. And then for the grand finals, it's going to be 9 maps in total. Almost half of the map pool is going to be showing up on in the matches. But I'd say for now, we'll take a quick little break while we get ready for quarterfinals 1 and 3. It's going to be Toro versus Eagle. It's going to be Emery Esports versus Golden Trio. Either one of the 2 matches, as SRK right now is saying in chat, which one do you would like to see most? While you guys figure that one out and put in your favorites.
/poll SRK, maybe?
Like we could put in a poll. That could be a thing. I don't have those tools, but
yeah,
not a bad idea.
Check, poll.
Just quick mod checking. But either way, they have poll. Oh no. We just
SRK can't do polls.
There's poll.
Wait, you can't do polls? You can't do /poll?
I guess that's because of the channel is not either affiliate or partner. And
no, I get it because channel points aren't a thing. That's one thing, but the regular just /poll, I do believe that doesn't work. Sad.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Either way, that's we'll just do it manually for now. Just type in, I don't know, YEP1, YEP3. Yeah. Maybe that's something that'll work. Something easily recognizable, and we'll take a little break in the meantime. We'll jam out.
Is it going to be 3 or is it going to be 1? You guys choose. We'll be back in 20-ish minutes. 5
Sounds
minutes?
Good to me.
I don't know. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the tscs for match number 3 and 1 to be played out today between Golden Trio and Emrys for this matchup right here. If you guys want to watch the other match between Toro and Eagles, you gotta go over to Bueno, who's casting it in French, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not French, I guess I'm sorry you can't watch the match. Too bad.
You can watch. It's fine. Just mute it, listen to us, and just be very, very confused when we say, "Oh my God, they crashed," and you're like, "What are you talking about? Nothing happened on my screen." Just yeah.
Maybe watch both at the same time. You know, give both of us a view at the same time.
I think that's the way forward. If you want to keep a full eye on what's going on in the tournament, then that's what I do. That's what I would do.
So, Golden Trio versus Emrys. What are we expecting here? Because what are you going to expect, right? Because Golden Trio are very, very good top German players, right? They're not names that you see very often when it comes to tournaments like this, but they are very, very, very solid players from Germany who are very often up there in the campaign, up against more, not experienced, I want to say more established players, such as Bozbez, Kozdo, Rumless, Vekesus, you know, those kind of players.
I think they're more like common names if you were to play if you play ranked, like they are very big on ranked play, and if you are playing ranked and you are at their level, then I'm sure these names are very familiar. But to others, as you say, not too often that at least I myself and I suppose you in this situation as well have seen them in tournaments, right? And it's been very exciting and fun to watch these 3 players play. It's only a team of 3 players for that matter as well, so they're not doing any substitutions whatsoever. They don't have one player that's very specific for this map, one player is very specific for another map. No, they do this as a team, as the name betrays, the Golden Trio of sorts. They are one of the teams who came in through the EMEA Open qualifiers, and the same can be said for Emrys Esports, though they came in during the second qualifier instead of the first qualifier. And I mean, Emrys Esports right now got Bozbez, Woofley, Vekesus, Rumelius, and Yakolsto. So they do have that room. They do have that wiggle room for, this map, you know what, you take it, or hey, this map, you know what, I'll pick this one up. I know how to do this. But still interesting to see how they will pick up. Will they be able to overtake Golden Trio, who has great pace, versus Emrys Esports, who was able to have a bit more versatility when it comes to the map picks themselves?
If I recall, Emrys Esports had to fight up against the Flying Guys to get into to qualify, right? That was the match that sent them through. Because I think they played in the NA qualifier actually. Emrys, if I recall correctly, to get through. And when it came to the Flying Guys, they came in through EMEA 2, the second European qualifier. So they went up against Emrys in the finals in the NA qualifier and lost. And sadly, only one team from that qualifier made it through, and that was Emrys, if I recall correctly.
I mean, Emrys, one of the 2 teams as well who went 3-0 in the Swiss rounds. The only other team doing that has been Exaltitaro, where Exaltitaro went 9-2 in games. Emrys went 9-5 in games, having some close matches against M&M Gaming and the Flying Guys, and a bit less close against Loud, one of the teams we saw eliminated on stream a bit earlier. But overall, still, a good performance, just close matches. So curious to see if Golden Trio is the one to break through, Emrys's untouched victories. I mean, for Emrys, it's beneficial to be playing against somebody who is lower seeded than you. Emrys having the number 2 seed versus Golden Trio with the number 7 seed. But they haven't encountered each other, and I wouldn't be surprised if Golden Trio just gave him a run for the money. Emrys is the favorite one, simply based on map scores and whatnot. But we'll see how that'll pan out for the Emrys players.
So here's the thing: we've got some bans so far, and they're actually taking their time to make their pick. They are going to take a bit of a time here to time out to really think about it, because 16 and 18 were banned. They picked 25.
Yes, let's
Oh,
go.
that's the first 25 pick up against. Oh wow! So we're gonna start on 9, then head straight to 25.
Oh,
17
wow.
gets banned. Does 19 get banned? 19
has not been banned. No, 16, 18, 17, 11. Those are our bans so far.
And we have 7 maps to play. That means 5 random maps. That means it's a 1 in 14, 5 in 14 chance that we see 19. Will we see 19? We see 19 as the third map.
Let's go. Oh my word. 9, 25, then 19, then 15, then 24. So that's our first 5 maps. It is it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Quarters are oh yeah, it's still best of.
We're still in the
5.
quarterfinals. I know. My mind also goes like, are we in semis yet? We already did 2 matches, but no, it's still best of 5 for those curious. Quarterfinals are entirely best of 5.
Well.
But what a map pool!
Oh wow, this is gonna be such a good match, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start off on a. Oh my goodness, we're gonna start off on a grass bobsleigh map, then go on to a turbo map, then we're gonna go on to the only ice map that we have, then map 15. Okay, map 15 is its own map, and then map 24.
Yep.
This is going to be such. I think this is either gonna finish 3-0 for one team or 3-2. There's no way this only goes for 4 maps. I think this is going to be probably the best series we could have asked for. And now
I want to see this go all the way to the wire. Like just map 5. I want to see map 5. It'd be so hype. It does look like all of the players are able to join into the match. So for those who missed out on it, on Emirates esports side, we have BozBez, we have Yakosto, we have Romelius, we have Vekasus, and we have Woofley. The Woofley seems to be disconnected at the moment. And on trio side, the golden trio itself, Vionics, Laurentius, and Giuliano. Very curious to see. Do you have any stats for us? Who is going to do it? I mean, Woofley knows the cut. Don't worry about his internet. He just knows the cut. He just cut the wrong wire. Good. It's fine. It's fine. He thought wireless worked that way.
Well, when it comes to these guys, Golden Trio, actually not too bad on this map. Vionics has the 15th overall best time. Laurentius has the 25th. And on Emira's side, you have BozBez on 34th. You have Yakozdo on 39th. So it's not exactly a bad map for either team, I would say. But definitely leaning towards Golden Trio, for sure. I would say that they're looking pretty good on this map, though there is missing one player from their team in this top 100. Ooh, Laurentius, Vionics, the only 2 players here. Oh no, Giuliano. Giuliano has for some reason, Vibe as his clan tag, not Trio. Okay.
I see. He's just vibing. Gotcha.
So yeah, Golden Trio have all 3 of their players in the top 25, and none of Emirates' players are in top 25. So it's looking likely that Golden Trio take this, but it all depends on consistency.
Consistency is key, and I think with a map like 9, it's a lot of places where you can optimize for speed, and it already starts on the first corner as we go live. Round number 1. This is the quarterfinal match between Emirates Esports and Golden Trio. Very curious to see how these players will do. I mean, this map is going to be all about the pace. We're going to see a lot of bobsleigh sections with players overtaking one each other. Curious to see which will be overtaking who. Golden Trio, we already know the lineup. Giuliano, Laurentius, and Vionics currently in 1st, 3rd, and 4th, though BozBez gets in between the 3rd place and Yakosto in 2nd. That's not enough for them to win it. They're going to need their teammate, which is Romelius, but Romelius unfortunately gets into 6th place. So for now, we're going to be fielding Vekasus and Woofley. Woofley, I assume internet issues happening. But regardless, a round win going to Trio. Kicking it off, great times coming in as well with a 30.3. What a way to start things off.
30.33, correct?
Yes.
Top 6 time.
Top 6?
Giuliano was 0.02 away from PB.
I mean, I'd love to see a PB. I am
And
all
he
in
beat
for PBs.
everyone else's PBs on this map, by far, of course.
I mean, right now, though, Emirates Esports may be able to strike back. I'm not sure. BossBest does have more speed, 136 this time. Striking back trio, Emirates Esports 1-1 and map number 9. I think this is good stuff. I mean, it's a very quick map as well, right? It's just 30 seconds, so I wouldn't be surprised that this is the pace that we're going to see. Maybe we'll see 1 and 2 players fall off in between here and there, but I think 30, 31 times is what we're going to be expecting from these players.
Yeah, Costo just PB'd.
Oh, sick! Grats!
He did a 30.616, and his PB is a 30.620, so that is, well, his PB was a 30.620, so that is a PB out of Yakazdo, and he's lagging out. Oh no, Yakazdo was in first.
No, he's there again.
He's there, back. But he got rubber banded back, sadly. Giuliano will get first place, and Laurentius will follow him up, so that is a 1-2. Good enough for the win once again. It's going to be a very, very tight match. Like I said, this one, I think both teams have a good chance at it, but Trio might have just the extra 2/10 advantage in terms of pace. But definitely more consistency, I think, out of Emrys for so far. So good for both teams, I would say. Both teams still have a very good shot.
Oh yeah, but I do think that 2/10s on a map like this is big. Pretty dang big.
Yes.
I mean, yes, the bobsleigh section, especially this one at the end, makes a big difference as Phaonix has a bit of an awkward jump into the final ice section. But you can see Giuliano and Rencius just keeping up the speed, keeping up the pace, a little bit of steering happening until the water decides to yeet Giuliano up. He does get down for 5th in the end. It is a map around win. But that was, flew on the water at the end, as Giuliano says there. That was awkward. That's the only thing that is awkward about 9, right? It's that dive into the water. I don't expect anybody to drive on the side of the pool if you want to be a bit faster, but...
The thing is that time, right, out of Giuliano, right? We said it, 30.33 was a top 5 time, but world record is still 29.9, right?
Oh my word.
Third place is already 0.3 behind. So only 2 players, I think, have successfully done the world record strat. On world record pace. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see it in rounds. BossBest is going to get sniped. Yes, he is. Oh, Laurentius with the snipe. And they actually win stub the round because it's a 1-3-6. 11 points to their name. And that's exactly what you need. And it's a 4-1 lead. Emrys need 4 rounds in a row, and that's a lot of rhyming I just did.
And if you feel like the poet is coming out, best embrace it as it is right now. The Golden Trio, true to their name, picking home the gold, sniping it just by like mere hundredths of a second. What a photo finish that was, and it's looking like they want to close it out once again. Laurentius in the lead at the moment. Phaonix, his teammate right behind Giuliano, trying to get in between. Jacosto overtakes at this current time, but BossBest and Remelius are just a bit too far behind. Remelius, in fact, has the water be a foe. Jacosto does get into first place, but with the Golden Trio through 3 and 4, they take map number 1. Fall 9 goes their way. They lead the match 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on to 25. I say with the biggest smile on my face. And now, PBs on this map mean nothing. I'm sorry to say it.
25, yeah.
PBs
I don't think PBs are going to say a lot. I think this was definitely a power play, though. To actively pick 25, that's a power play, all right? That's definitely just, that's saying goodbye to the 2x multiplier. That's the level I would say about picking, going for the ×4 ×5s. That's picking 25, and I'm very curious to see if it'll pay off for Emrys.
I will say, however, that Cosdo does have the fastest time out of everyone in this lobby, with the 27th time of a 101.53. Very, very solid indeed. But as I continue going down, I don't find anyone except for Laurentius at 57th with a 101.7, Giuliano with a 101.7, BossBest with a 101.7, and that's where everyone pretty much is. Everyone here having a 101.7 as their PBs. practically. Vionics with a 101.8. He's the slowest of the Golden Trio, if you will, on terms of PBs. I don't know if that means he's the slowest in terms of pace, though, or in terms of overall speed. And that's about it. Emrys having only 2 players, though, in the top 100 in Boz, Bez, and in Yakazdo. So I wonder who their 3rd player is going to be playing on this. Is it going to be Vekasus, who has a 101.9? Probably will be.
Might be. I mean, at the moment, Remelius is doing some practice, so perhaps he'll just stay in, but we'll see how that goes, how that'll turn out. I mean, for the Golden Trio, they don't really have that flexibility that, looking at who do we put in, who do we leave out.
Waffly is
I'm very curious to see.
I actually don't see Rumulus.
He's not in the match, though, hopefully, right? Because of the
yeah,
the
he's not in the match, but I don't see Rumulus in top 200. So that's a little bit scary. In terms of, that's already a PB 0.5 slower than the majority of players, right?
Though, I mean, as you yourself mentioned before, right? I don't think PBs are going to say everything about this, especially with how many places where things can go wrong. I mean, it starts off with that high jump around the 15-second mark. You've got the 3-ring checkpoints happening. What is it? The ice bounce into those 3-ring checkpoints where we've seen multiple players make mistakes by just, their jump being a bit off, crashing into the booster block. Any of those things could happen. It's a very, very, wishy-washy map at times. But as we go live, it's very curious to see who is going to make the jump, who is going to fail it. I think this is where we're going to lose some players right away. It goes to the first to land. Remelius following in 2nd, Vionics in 3rd, Bospes 4th. Ooh, no, falling down to 5th with Laurentius in 4th instead. Any player having made a mistake, it doesn't look that way just yet. Got some jumps coming in from Remelius and Jacosto in 1st and 2nd. Vionics and Laurentius are trying to hunt them down, as Remelius does have a bit of an awkward corner there, allowing Vionics to overtake. But is it going to be enough in the end? Vionics pushing it a bit more.
Look at the speed he's got. He's got to overtake everyone.
Oh, my word. He just boosts on by. Press B for boost. Is it going to be enough in the end? Jacosto goes a bit wide, and Laurentius may be able to pick up a bit more speed in the end. Able to overtake Vionics. Is it going to be enough to take Laurentius? No, it is not. That is a 1-3, but they need the 6. Where is Giuliano?
He's behind, but he's got 10 seconds. Can he do it?
He should be all right. He should be all right.
10 seconds, as long as he doesn't fail this, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's okay for the Golden Trio, then. They pick up a round win.
102s is what you're expecting here, right? You're in a low 101 is what we've seen before. We've seen a 101.7, I think, is what we've seen. That was an amazing time, right?
Yeah.
But we've not seen anyone repeat that, and I don't think we're going to see anyone do a 101.7 again. That's pretty much PB, right, for most of these players here. So I'm expecting just consistent play out of these players. I'm not expecting full risk balls to the wall play.
No, I don't think you need to do that on this map. Unless it somehow gets extremely close, but somehow I think you can rely enough on your opponents making mistakes, like Laurentius right there having an awkward landing, and just focus on getting those lines consistent. Yeah,
I agree. And right now, I mean, Yakazdo, consistency is key. He is in 1st, but Vionics is in 2nd. You see Giuliano in 3rd. He's got speed for days. Press B for boost, as you said earlier, and he'll overtake for 2nd place on top of that. It is a 2-3-5 for Golden Trio. Laurentius, despite his crash, is still in 5th place. Will it stay that way? Yes, it will! And it's another win for Golden Trio. 2-0 for them.
2-0 for that. I mean, good on Jacosto right there with a 102.1. He was really pushing it hard. It's just unfortunate that Remelius, he was getting closer to 3rd place at the end, but unfortunately, just not enough speed, right? Just a bit too much distance that he was unable to take it.
That Rumulus, that's out.
A bit of a slow down, but he's still in. He's still in.
It's Jacosto. Jacosto's full out.
Ooh, Jacosto is full out. It's a 2v3 right now. And again,
he can't finish. Jacosto can't finish.
Is he completely out? Ooh. All right, well, we're just going to have to take a look at the front. I mean, the front is looking good right now for Emrys right now, with Vionics having an awkward landing and crashing into the corner right there. Bosbus and Remelius first and second place, while Laurentius is trying to catch up, has more speed, does not release through the slalom, and he has shot himself into first. The only boss was a bit close behind, as Remelius is behind by almost a second and a half. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a weird finish. If Laurentius can keep on to first place, this should be good. Yacosto way behind, as you say. Bosbus picks in the second, Remelius picks up the third. Giuliano with fourth, and Vionics is set to pick up the fifth.
Oh no, Yacosto getting the engine off and crashing into the... He could have maybe finished, but yeah, no. He is 23 seconds behind. Sadly, not enough time left on the clock. And I mean, a 102.1 for Laurentius there. Very solid time indeed, but yeah, a little bit of inconsistency showing through. I mean, it is... technically speaking, the hardest map. It is 25 after all. It is the longest, most technical map, but honestly, 21 is the hardest map to be consistent on. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it's this jump already, right? There's a lot of time to be gained just from this jump alone, and because of its height, yeah, there's a lot of difference that could occur just to having a bit of a higher or a bit of a lower jump. So far, though, Emrys looking like they are setting up an ace. They're very close together right now, with Laurentius way behind in sixth place. Vionics really the only one in contention to get in between the top three, driving at the front until the wall ride goes wrong. Laurentius actually shoots his way forward now.
Yeah, Laurentius with a lot of speed. He knows he's pretty speedy himself, but he can't catch up. Too far behind, and I mean he brought it much closer. He's only 0.7 behind when he was 1.2 behind. But yeah, I know, too far behind, and that's a really good consistent round out of both teams. I would say 103 normally would, I mean, get you top 3, top 4, right? But 102 is for everyone on Emirates.
The pace is high, and it's really
very high.
It's very, like, you can still save. I don't think saving is a bad idea still, but when the pushing is going on, you can really tell that the teams are just going at it. Like, as long as players are close by, everybody is seemingly risking maybe a bit more than you should, but at the same time, it is single elimination, so I guess that's all you can do, right? Especially for Emrys at the moment, they are behind 1-0 overall, and they are behind on the map as well. So they're going to have to duke it out to stop Trio from getting another map win. Right now, though, Yacosto in the lead, Laurentius and Giuliano in second and third place. Ooh. Though, falling behind, Remelius actually slowing down there a bit, releasing. Not feeling too comfortable with that. So it's going to be a bit of a 2v2 at the front. Vionics giving us a nice view at the front. Goes in quite a bit, but I don't think he's going to have more speed than Bosbus or Laurentius in the end. That is what I expected. Yacosto and Bosbus with 1 and 3. Remelius still needs to get into 6th place if they want a map win, and he has plenty of time to do so.
There he is. Oh man, that was so close. Look at Bosbez. Had either Laurentius or Vionics get past him, that is a win for
Gold 101.8.
Yeah, that's a really solid time as well. Out of was that Yacosto?
That was Yacosto, yeah.
He's really fast on this map. I mean, he is technically the fastest when it comes to PB, but when it comes to consistency, he has had his moments, but I think every player has had at least one moment so far on this map. Speaking of which, Laurentius has had them as well, and he's up against Remelius in the lead. They're the only two right now who are even close to each other and fighting for this win, but Bosbez with amazing ice and plastic section, that will definitely shoot him up to the top 2. But Laurentius will get passed back once again. And Laurentius here, so much more speed than anyone else. He does not slow down during that slalom part, and he'll catch up to Remelius slowly but surely. And you can see them both tied now, and Laurentius will take the lead.
Giuliano crashed into the checkpoint there.
That's so sad, and now look at that. It's Remelius and Bosbez 1-2. Laurentius slowed down because of a little bug, and Vionics practically dead. I don't know if he can finish. Giuliano
Good question.
finishes. It doesn't really matter.
I think he
if
DNF'd. Yeah, he DNF'd.
Yeah. No, Giuliano didn't. Now he DNF'd. There you
Bionics DNF'd.
go. Bionics. Yeah. He was too far behind. Could not do it.
I mean, maybe comeback actually. 3-3 at the moment. We are tied up on 25. I mean, Emirates has been fighting back hard. I mean, Yokosto has been the fastest of the bunch, but there have been enough mistakes on trio side for Emirates to bring it back 3-3. And I'm pretty sure we already saw a crash happen there from Bionics.
Oh, it
Seems to be out of the top 5 at the moment. Rumelius, Loencius, Giuliano, Yokosto, and Bosbez make up your top 5 at the moment. So Trio is fighting hard. Giuliano with a nice exit there as well from the plastic ice section into first. He shoots Lorenzius in third place for Trio. So that should be good enough for Trio to bring in the win. They just need Vionics right here to finish, and he is quite a ways behind at the moment.
Oh, but Romelius, he's got more speed than Giuliano. It's going to be tight heading up into the grass slide. Not the grass slide, the slide here. And Romelius, will he be in the lead? Yes, but does he have the speed to keep Giuliano behind? Yes, he does.
Ooh.
That is a win for Romelius. And with Bosbez in fourth and Yokosto in fifth, we'll get them the win. Bionics once again. He can finish, but it doesn't matter.
Does not.
Oh,
Oof.
no,
I mean, I don't think it's gonna. Maybe. Nope. Never mind. No. Yep. That pull. And yep. Pull.
Sag.
4-3. Emrys finds himself in the lead. They went from 1-3 to 4-3, and they have 2 opportunities to make the score 1-1. They just need to win one more. So I'm gonna keep my eye out on Bosbez right now. Let's see how he does.
This would be disastrous if they lost this map. But right now, it's looking solid. They were looking rough at the start. It's just getting more and more solid right now. Bionics, though, he looked like he was in the lead for a bit there, looking at his POV, but jumps a little too far. And Yakazo and Rumulus are 1 and 2. But right behind them are the Golden Trio, and Bosbez a little too far behind to fight for said lead. Let's see what happens here.
A bit of an awkward line happening from Trio's side, actually. Everybody not being as fast as you would want, allowing Bosbez to overtake Lorenzius there. So he finds himself in fifth.
Someone DNF'd?
Ooh, yeah, we do have DNF from Emrys. No, Rumelius is still in, though he is in 6th place. He had to reset at some point. I think we're going to have to see a 4-4 scoreline as the Golden Trio goes into 3-4. Yokosto clocks in a 102-3. But the rest of his team is not close by at all. We're tied up. We're going to round number 9. Is Golden Trio going to make the score 2-0, or is Emrys Esports going to tie it up? See what happens.
Sportsmanship. Only Lorenzius has sportsmanship. Normally when it's 4-4, you write good luck in chat. As a sign of courtesy. Just like saying good luck, have fun, or just have fun, or good luck at the start of any match. But yeah, right now, right here, this is the last round, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you have this one, buddy.
I will take it, and it's looking like everybody got the jump. We've got Lorenzius in first. 2, 3, 4 go to all the Emrys Esports players. Are they going to be able to hold on to us or overtake Lorenzius? Bosbez is the one doing it along with his teammate Yokosto. Oh, Giuliano comes in to help. Oh no, Yokosto hits the inside of the corner there, leaving it up to his 2 teammates, Bosbez and Rumelius. This is a bit of an unfortunate one until Giuliano actually messes up the slalom. And all of a sudden we have a 2v2 going on. Bosbez, Rumelius in first and second, Bionics and Lorenzius in 3 and 4. What's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? How's it gonna happen? It's looking like a 1-2 punch to finish off map 25. Bosbez and Rumelius close it out, and we are 1-1.
Times. Oh,
101.8. Nice.
Bosbez and Rumulus, they're not PBs obviously for them, but it was definitely their best time on this map during all these rounds. They kept their best for last, Boney.
They did.
Solid
A bit of
work.
an issue on Yokosto's side. Hopefully he'll be able to get that sorted out relatively quickly. Some PC issues. As Fall 19 is going to be your 3rd map. And it's not going to be your final map either. So,
nope.
You know, we might be able to see 15 after this. And if we're lucky, we get to see 24.
So there is going to be a pause Would you like? I don't know. Would you like to play a bit? I guess since we gotta wait for.
I'm not gonna play on 19 now.
You're
No,
not
I'm
gonna
good.
play on 19?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Sure.
I am
Learn how good
okay.
your
I'm just fine.
top world record time is. No?
Top world record time?
Top world record time, of course.
Go for it. Who is it? I mean, who is it? Should I even ask who it is?
Would you be surprised if I said Mika?
No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's Mika.
What? I guess I was surprised.
But second place actually surprises me. Right behind him by less than 200ths of a second is the Yermu. Not heard of that name before. I'm not gonna lie. And he's just looking like a regular Joe Schmo player, right? Like he has no gold trophies whatsoever. He doesn't look that amazing when it comes to anything else. So him having a time rivaling Mr. Mika on 19 on his playground is incredible, and he is 4/10 ahead of Icarus, who's in third. So, the Yermu, whoever you are, props to you.
I mean, sometimes you just hunt the map, right? Sometimes you're just in the mood for some ice, right? You just go all out. I don't blame anyone being like, well, I just want to play a full ice map, right? Really get into it. I think this is definitely a good map to practice on and get your ice game on point. I'm pretty sure that for most people who aren't that good at Trackmania, this is probably one of the maps that they did not get a gold or AT medal on.
No, what's funny is that, honestly, I find that 19 is so much easier to get author medal on than, let's say, 21. 21, here's the thing, 19 you can run into the wall 3 times and still get an author medal, right?
Yeah.
On 21, you can do it perfectly and still not get author medal. That's the difference, right? That's what makes 21 so much harder. 19, it's ice, right? Ice is hard to drive for sure. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to just overall driving the map itself, right? 21 technically is easier, but getting the medals, no. That goes to 19. 19 is so much easier to get the medals on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also because it's ice, but at the same time, yeah, like whenever I don't see a random Reddit post, especially at the start of the season, quite a lot of people had issues with 19 because it's ice, right? People are just not used to it, and I think that's also why the ATs, the gold medals, the silver medals are just, slower than what the, I mean, the world record. How much faster is the world record than the AT?
On 19?
Yeah. I think by quite a lot.
11 seconds.
11 seconds. I was about to say, that's the idea that I had.
To be specific, 10.6 seconds.
10.6. It's what I expected. Ice is definitely the surface where you can gain so much time. So much time. Like a good ice slide versus a great ice slide is like 2 seconds difference overall, right? If you do all the other things correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive, right? It's just massive on maps like these.
So while we wait for Kazdo to come back, is he actually back?
He is in.
Okay.
Yeah. He seems to be okay. Seems to be ready. Map has been restarted, so the players are just finishing up the second warm up before we go live.
We got 40 seconds. How about we shout out the skins shop once again? We have ourselves some 6 skins that you guys can buy, specifically tailored for the fall season. I know it's winter for a lot of people outside. For me especially, I got it's been snowing for the last I want to say 16 hours, and snowplows galore are coming through. So I have a lot of snow, but you can get yourself some skins on the link if you do !skins, and if you buy them, you can get the proceeds of whatever you buy will go directly to the prize pool that these players are fighting for.
Exactly. It keeps growing, and not only do you get a nice skin, the players performing the best will get rewarded even more. And as it is right now, they're all competing extremely well. And it's been a joy to watch the matches so far. In fact, it's going to be a joy to watch 19 We're Alive 1-1 between Emirates Esports and Golden Trio. Let's see which of the players have the best eye slides, who put on their winter tires, and who is out of the running. We already have a couple of players making some mistakes. Lorenzius is looking good at first place with Woofley and Yakosto in second and third. Though Phaonix, look at that slide, a bit more on the inside, but Yakosto going outside allowed himself to have a bit more speed there. Curious to see how this wall ride section is gonna go. We have seen some players making mistakes in the past on this one. Phaonix seems to go a bit too high. Does hit the checkpoint, but Remelius overtakes him there. Lorenzius picks up the first. Woofley in second. Remelius decides to go outside of the track somewhere, and his teammate Yakosto does pick up the number 3. Remelius, you just need to drive in. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. If Remelius took 5th there, it would have been okay for Emirates, but instead Giuliano picks it up, and it's a round win for Trio.
Now, that was a 43-9, right? And 43 is what most top players could do on this map, right? So the 41-9 by Mika is very special. 42s are practically impossible, right? The only players who can do it are the people who grind this map, right? You could be a total no-name and get yourself in a top 15 time just by grinding out 19 and getting the perfect time. But 43 is normally what you're gonna see. It's a top 100 time, so very solid there out of I think Lorenzius. Yes.
I mean, he's doing a great job again. Look at that. Straight up at the front. Like, he has no contest whatsoever for any of the Emirates players. In fact, 2 of them making a mistake. Only Woofley alive. He really is having to go for the respawn. But oh, there we go. There are the Trio players. I was about to say, where are the other Trio players? Oh no, Yukelsto gets overtaken there as well. So it's not as easy as that. Wow, I don't know what that start was kind of weird. Valencia's clocking in a 44.2 pretty casually. Woofley falling behind a 44.4. But everyone else just not really close. I mean, it ends up being a win for Golden Trio, but yeah, that's 19 for you.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we casted this match and not Toro and Eagles. Toro, 5-0 map 22, 5-0 map 13, 5-3 map 15. Goodbye, Eagles. Good night.
Tough to hear for the Eagles players, but I don't think it was wholly unexpected. Though good on the Eagles making it into the quarterfinals. Just unfortunate they ended up facing the number 1 seed of the tournament. I mean, looking at the match itself right now, looking like Emirates is doing a bit of a better job. Lorenzo is not in the lead as much as he is, but it's Phaonix in the lead instead. But Yakosta, Woofley, and Remelius falling behind. Remelius, bit of a clip. Woofley slides on in. Get into those DMs. Woo. Phaonix messed it up in the end. Gets into 4th. It's very hard to call these because you assume things will happen, right? For those, just opening up the lid of what's going on when I'm saying these things, telling you what's going on and why it might be going on. You assume things are happening. Yeah, you assume consistency, and then everyone slides out. And it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm saying.
Giuliano does have the best time out of anyone on this server with a 43-1, but we're not going to see anything near that, I wouldn't think. There are a few players here that, I mean, when you think about it, right, it all comes down to consistency. PBs don't.
Yeah, no, there goes consistency, as you say.
Right.
We have 3 players left at the front right now, Woofley, Yakosto, and Phaonix.
I mean, Lorenzius is somewhat back there.
He's relatively close. This is true.
He could still win this round, honestly.
Hey, look at him. Look at that speed. Cargo's bird.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Is he actually going to take first?
Is he going to take it?
Good.
And he will. I called it. What a snipe. Phaonix sniped Yakosto.
What a snipe! Oh, and that is a valuable snipe as well. They just need one finisher, and that is Giuliano in 5th.
Oh my goodness, Golden Trio. They're up 3-1, just like they want to be. Oh no.
Who knows? Maybe Emirates again come back. They did it once. Do they do it again? I don't know if it's going to happen right now. Anything could happen. They might be in 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment, but it's 19. Who knows what'll happen? Never mind, Rumelia slides out. Okay, no, it's not done. It's not done. Hopefully is lagging behind a bit. Able to overtake Vionics there, actually. Into third place he goes. Giuliano in first right now. Laurentius is quite a ways behind. But yeah, with 19, somebody makes a mistake. You have a bad respawn because of the ice. And it's
you can still get a podium.
Right? It flows out of there. Ooh. Alex had a great ice wall there. Is it enough for him to take third place? Wolfley decides to do a 900 right there. With Laurentius in fifth place. That's a 1-3-5. Trio on map point. They have 4 rounds to close it out. Rumelius is really not having a good time. I think that's really what's happening on Emrys' side. Rumelius is not having a good time.
I wonder what his PB is on this. Just for fun, I'm just gonna go down, try to find
Go
Rumelius,
on, yeah, check it out.
I'll let you cast this one out just for fun. I'm just gonna go down.
I will keep an eye out on what's going on right now. Laurentius, Vionics, and Giuliano in the front until Giuliano decided to, pull out of there. Iacosto going a bit too wide. Rumelius going a bit too, in. A bit too narrow. And we have a bit of an awkward race happening. Vionics in the lead by a full second at the moment. Woefully lagging behind along with Laurentius, a second and a half. This could still be good for Emrys Esports if Iacosto could overtake a player there, though. Vionics, what happened? He just disappeared. I missed it. Woefully into first place. They need to pick up the number 3 spot. Laurentius crashes at the end as well. Will anybody snipe him? No snipes. Vionics does not get into third place, and because of that, Emrys will fight another round on 19. What an odd round. What an odd round.
Very odd. I do have to agree.
So a 45-4, that's good. Honestly, 45-4s, I'll drive those.
I've not seen Roomless in top 500. Cosdo is 124th with a 43.7, and I believe it is Wuffly with a 44.09 on 207th. So, I mean, when we say, oh yeah, they're top 200, this is still good for Ice, right? But overall, it's all about consistency. And right now, the Golden Trio are in first, second, and third, though. Vionics, he's kind of slow. And Iacosto, he's lagging out, unable to catch up for the moment. Giuliano gets overtaken by Iacosto and Wuffly, but Wuffly, he's getting up into second position. Can he catch up to Laurentius?
No, he might. He does not.
Vionics! Can you get in time? Yes, he can.
He can.
Oh, just
it was alright, though.
And that's a GG.
That was a great round to close it out. A lot closer than all the previous ones. Golden Trio goes up 2-1 in the match. They have to just win one more map. We're going to go to 15, yeah.
Yes.
15. So I want to see 24. I want to see 24, all right? The 24 is our 5th map. So Emrys Esports are going to have to pick up the pace and, not worry about ice, because instead we have melted ice. It's water. A bit of water. Not enough to really, mess you up.
Can we get a full underwater map for the next campaign, Nadio?
Full underwater map.
Full underwater map. Know how consistent that map would be, though? That would be a sick map, to be fair.
Ooh, 15. I have... Oh, so 15, I have a bit of a personal anecdote about this one. Callway in chat, he was like, oh yeah, no, I drove a 44 on this, it's easy. So I decided to drive it, and I suck at the sausage corner. Simple as that. There's so much time to be gained or lost on that sausage corner, depending, because most of this map is doing the first section optimally, right? You're pushing it hard, going through these corners, trying to keep the speed. You've got this engine off block happening right here, and then the sausage. The sausage section at the start, not too difficult, right? You want to make sure you keep your wheels close, not get too much air. But then you've got that jump into the inside of the sausage block. And depending on how your angle is there, it will make or break your second half of this map.
Agreed. And it's all about how fast you are out of that exit, because you don't slow down whatsoever after that, right?
Yes, it's all full speed. Just go, 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 go.
Go, go, go. So whoever has the most speed out of that corner automatically wins, even though there's 15 seconds left of the map, right? It's already ogre at that point, and it's
yeah.
It's rough for these players on this map. I would say out of all the maps, right, that have this map, it has the most important corner in the entirety of the campaign, I would say.
Yeah, it's honest, that sausage corner there. Either you hit it great and you keep contact with the road and you don't, get a bit of airtime. You could have the speed that you want, but your angle is a bit off and you drive off of the sausage. You could slow a bit down, keep into 5th gear and get the sausage, or it could be, just worse and you just end up in 4th because your angle is awful.
So, we're not expecting like world record-ish times, right? We're expecting mid 34s. I think we should expect.
I'd say 44s would be expectable. Yeah,
34. 34s, but not there you go. Bozbez doing a 34.3. That's about what I would expect, right? 34.0 would probably be the fastest one I would imagine. That's still top 50 time, but if we get a sub 34. That is pretty much PB for any of these players at this point in time. There's only one player in top 50 that's in this match right here. Oh, sorry, 2. And both of them are on Golden Trail. Giuliano on 21st with a 33.9 and Lorenzius on 7th with a 33.7.
Well, let's see if it'll pay off in their favor. Right now, we're live. Golden Trio just needs to take one more map to win it outright. It's looking like the pace for the top 5 is pretty similar. No one on Emrys' side really having more speed than Trio, and it's looking like the 1-2 is going to do it just like that. A 34.1 clocked in by Lorenzius. Great round.
That's about the fastest time I would expect, right? I said 34.0-ish would be what wins most rounds.
Yeah,
there you go, 34.1. That's very respectable out of Lorenzius there, considering his PB is a 33.7, right? You'd expect him to be able to drive .1s, even though it's a top 100 time, right? It's very respectable out of him, and as I said it, right? Giuliano and Lorenzius, the 2 fastest players on this server on this map. Well, they are 1 and 2 once again, but let's see how they do this corner here. Giuliano with a high jump, but look at the speed he gets out of that corner.
Bionics though coming in as well.
Ooh, he could actually catch up to Rumelius. Rumelius, he's catching up to Giuliano, though. Well, is it going to be the snipe?
Ooh,
yes! No, it's not.
It's not. Ooh, it was very close, though.
Close.
100 of a second.
Again, another .1 for Lorenzius. It's fast, but it's not surprisingly fast, right? No. Considering his PP.
No, in this case, on Emrys' side, Pegasus made a mistake quite early on, so it was already hard for Emrys to even take that round. But I mean, this is what we can expect from 15. It's high pace, high octane. If you make just the slightest mistake, don't expect to get anywhere near top 3, right? This is not 19, not in the slightest, and you can see it happening here as well. Lorenzius though messes up the sausage a little bit, finds himself losing the grip. Only Giuliano in 1st place, with Emrys in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, unless Vionics decides to go a bit faster than Pegasus, but it...
Giuliano!
His angles weren't good enough. Instead, we get an ace! Oh, Emrys strikes back. Though, it was only because of some mistakes happening on Trio's side. Clocking in at 34.0 on Rumelius' side. Good stuff.
Giuliano was up in the lead by quite I think like a car length, right? That
could have been a 33 maybe even.
That was very close to his PB. He was at least within .1 of his PB. So very, very close there, but he was pushing it. And I mean, you have to at this rate, right? You know how fast this Emrys team is. You cannot take them lightly. And with Giuliano now, it's still the de facto leader because Lorenzius is out. Giuliano needs to push, and that's exactly what he's doing. Look at how far ahead he is. Bozbez slightly catching up, but it's not going to be enough. It's a 33.91. That is a PB.
Let's go. Grats to Giuliano. Clap us in chat. Good stuff. Very nice time indeed. 33.918.
He PBs by 0.002 of a second. It's still a PB, right? He doesn't go up a position, but it's still a PB, right?
They still lost a round.
Marioka for 20th place.
Oh man, I mean, when you're driving times like that, you really want your team to be close behind, but in this case, just on the trio side, Lorenzius made an early mistake, right? Vionics was lagging behind a bit too much, but this time it's looking like
They
bit
need
more of
Laurentius.
the same. For a second there, it looked like Laurentius was going to be able to keep up with his teammate, but instead, Vionics in third place. The third strikes. There is a lot of slaloming happening on this map, and on that third section, you want to be a bit close to all those cinder blocks, but unfortunately, Giuliano was just a bit too close. Crashes out from first to sixth. And it is a round win for Emrys. Emrys finds themselves in the lead, 3-2.
Yes, they do. Golden Trio having it a bit rough right now. Mostly Laurentius not being able to stay consistent. He needs
It's really
to
hurting him, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting. You need to be consistent, and there you go. Giuliano is out. That's the first time he makes a mistake, and Vionics and Laurentius here need to pick up the pieces, or else it's 4-2 in favor of Emrys. And there goes Vionics. He is out. Laurentius in the lead. He's got fast pace. Vekasu's just behind him. Roomless and Bozbez third and fourth. Giuliano way too far behind. Laurentius will win the round, but it's all for naught. It's a 34-9. And it's not going to be good enough. It's 4-2. 3 rounds in a row needed for the Golden Trio to win out this map, this series, and go on to the semis. But they need to win 3 in a row. And if not, we go to 24.
Ooh, I mean, I already said, like, I'm personally hoping for 24, but this is a bit of a role reversal happening. Golden Trio went from looking very dominant in the first 2 rounds to, well, looking a bit too inconsistent. It's one mistake and that'll kill your run, and they've made a few too many so far. This time, though, it's looking a bit more like what we've seen in the first couple of rounds with Giuliano, Laurentius, and Vionics. Very close, tight together, though Bozbez fighting it out for first. And Rumelia is trying to get into third right now with his teammate Vekasus lagging a bit behind, but it's going to be a 1-3-6. That is a round win for Trio. Close round, great round coming in from all the players. And we're not quite done yet with 15.
That is a sigh of relief for Trio there, because that was a clean round. No one made a real mistake, right? It all came down to who had more speed out of the corner. But that is Vionics. He is out. That's Laurentius and Giuliano now. They need to push. They need to win this one out. They need at least 1 and 3. 2 and 3 will not be enough. Vekasus is still in behind, and he's not dead whatsoever. Giuliano needs to keep this third position from Rumelius, and Laurentius doesn't get it. He's right beside. Let's see it. Laurentius, Bozbez. Who has it? Bozbez wins. And there you go! Map 5, we go to 24!
Let's go 24! Oh, that really came down to the wire. 100ths of a second between the two players. What a round to close out 15. Curious to see how 24 will treat the players.
Oh, let's go! We get to see 24! The last map of today, because we do not go and see what Toro is doing. We already know what Toro have done. They absolutely smashed Eagle Esports. Sadly, there is no double elimination. It is very brutal single elimination at this point of the playoffs. And Emrys right now, they're staying alive in said playoffs. Golden Trio doing everything they can to keep themselves alive as well. Whoever wins this map goes on to the semis. Whoever loses, well, they just go to bed sad tonight, I guess.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah. I mean, not only that, this is the final match of today as well, right? After this, we've played all quarterfinals. This is the last quarterfinals remaining. So we'll see how that'll pan out. I'm just happy to see it go 2-2, down to the wire, the rubber match, to end out this great series so far. We've had some great quarterfinals, some great matches, some great maps, and I'm very curious to see how 24 will treat the players. 24, a map that has been punishing in the past. I've casted this map quite a few times at this point, and there's always something new happening. There's always something new happening. Be ready for some wickets. Get your wickets ready, because we will see some flips. I can guarantee you that right now. you have any intel on how these players might perform though? I'm curious to
I mean,
see.
here's the thing, right? We're not expecting anything within what is it? A sub 1. We're not expecting a sub 1 here. No one really came. Only Kargan was able to do it really quickly. He was the only player who was able to do sub 1 every single round. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, no, I do actually.
And yeah, only one player got a sub 1 as well in the rounds. I do believe it was Bitsy. And right now on this map, I don't think either team has the advantage, right? Like, I'm looking up and down here, and I see none of the players. Laurentius is at 36 with a 59.6, so I'm expecting no sub 1 times whatsoever here. This is going to be a fight for consistency, just like on 25. Yeah, there's only one player in top 60 that's on the server. Yeah, Cosdo's at 76 with a 59.8. Waffly is at a 59.8 as well on 80th. And everyone else has a 1 minute time. So this is all going to be about consistency, ladies and gentlemen. No one has pace over each other on this map. It's all going to be about pace. Bionics is already out of this one. Waffly is in 3rd, but he's slightly behind. But Bozbez, 5th place, very, very far behind. 0.7 of a second behind of Giuliano and Lorenzius here. Both of them fighting at the top. Very quick times out of both of them right now. Bionics is actually catching up to Bozbez as well, who makes a mistake. Rumulus, he's in 3rd position. And Giuliano, ooh, it looked like he was going off, but he's somehow still alive. But Rumulus, he's just right in there. They're tight. They're inside of each other at this point. Lorenzius is going to win the round unless he fully messes up the ending. Giuliano, he'll probably win this one out because he's got... No! Rumulus jumped over! Had more speed! Landed just at the same time despite having more height. Giuliano gets 3rd despite that fact. It's still a win, but it's a 1-3-6.
Ooh, we're getting close to that sub 1 minute though.
Very.
That was 1 minute point 2. Just a tiny bit faster. We could see a sub 1 minute come in. That would be pretty cool. We'll be pretty tight if we actually can see that happening. Who knows? Maybe Remelius will be the one doing that this time. He is in 1st place, but the rest of the Golden Trio is chasing right behind. Bossbez and Phionics currently fighting it out for 4th place, but not having the best jump. Where is Woofley? I think Woofley is quite a ways behind. Yeah, he is 2 seconds behind. So he is a bit out of running. There's a bit of a 2v3 happening. The Golden Trio strong together. But is it going to be enough to overtake Emrys Esports? It's looking like Giuliano Laurentius are in a pretty comfortable lead. Though, Remeli, look at that. Oh, no, I would say comfortable. Comfortable is probably not the word I should have used, because I just jinxed it. We're going to get to the wire once more with the jump. Laurentius looking like he will pick up the 1st place. Remelius having a bit of a better landing than Giuliano. Picks up the number 3, but Bionics at number 5. 135 is what you need to win a round. And we have 2 sub 1s coming in.
Well, I eat my words, and
Yeah.
I will say it was...
Giuliano was close as well.
It was Kerberos. You are correct, everyone. Karyan does not play tscs. It was Kerberos, but yeah, both of them are Swedish, so does it really change anything? 2 top Swedish players, and one of them just came in and just said, you know what? I'm gonna ruin everyone's day. But right now, it is 2-0 for the Golden Trio, and the sub-1s came in through, but right now, it's the crashes that are coming through, and Bionics is the only one who can fight for the lead. He crashes into the wall himself. Roomless, Waffly, Bozbez go off into the sunset without a single person to fight up against them. They just save, right?
I don't know. I think German internet acted up there for a second because I saw 2 players lag out there. And,
man.
Yeah, no, I guess that's one of the benefits of having your team spread out across countries. Only one of them will deal with internet issues, maybe. And if I don't know. Although to be fair, Woofley and Yakosto both had some issues, so maybe that isn't really fair. Either way, it's ace coming in from Emrys due to these early mistakes and perhaps due to some internet issues on Trios' side.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that you've got yourself. You got to pay the price for those 59s, right? Those sub ones, so hard to get, right? Only a couple, a dozen players have a sub one. So right now, yeah, exactly. Only 111 players have sub one. So to be able to sub one is absolutely incredible out of these players, and to do it consistently is going to ask your firstborn child, you know. You got to make a deal with the devil for your firstborn child to get it done. But Laurentius right now, he's on a tear. It's looking like a very solid run out of him, and he's risking it big time. But everyone else behind him is a massive melee. Vionics and Waffly 5th and 6th fighting for that last position. Rumulus and Giuliano fighting for top position now as Laurentius has to go out. He taps out. He's in last now. Rumelius, Bosbez, Waffly, Vionics. Vionics needs to get ahead of Waffly here to get a chance. Waffly needs to fully crash out. Giuliano needs to keep his lead, and that'll be the case because Rumulus here, he's going to land sideways. He'll be a little bit slow. Bosbez will get third. Waffly gets fourth. That's a win out of Emrys. It's tied at 2, but what could have been for Laurentius? He was so far ahead of these players. That was looking like a 59-8.
Would have been very, very cool if he would have been able to do it. I mean, right now, 59-8 3-3 is his fastest life, but yeah, it's that pushing, right? And 24 is definitely one of those maps where you can push it hard. There's a lot of time to be gained, but oh my word, is it a tight line to cross as well. I mean, there are so many places where it could go wrong, so many places where you could clip a corner, whether it's this simple jump onto the grass, right? Jumping onto the slanted road with the engine off block. There are plenty of places where you can gain or lose as much time as possible. Right now, the Rumelius being the one in the lead with the Golden Trio, hand in hand, following right behind, deciding to say goodbye to Rumelius, and Rolensis and Giuliano sneak on a bye. 1-2 is what you need to win a round. Laurentius not having as much speed as Rumelius throughout the two jumps. And again, we have a fight for first place. It's going to be Rumelius, it's going to be Laurentius. Either way, both names end with S. They both have 9 letters, and it's very, very easy to confuse the two. I'm glad I haven't done it so far. Oh, tight finish at the end. But Laurentius, the one to close it out with a first place Giuliano in third, and Vionics in fourth. Great round coming in, but a round win
won that,
Golden
but
Trio.
They would have lost the round anyway, right? Because of the 2-3-4 would have come through in that case. But
yeah,
Rumulus lands sideways on that. I don't know if you noticed that. He seems to have one issue, and that's jumping sideways at the finish. Seems to not be able to straighten out his car in time. And I mean, it didn't cost him his team the win in that case, but it did cost him, right, the personal win up against Laurentius. Just missing it out by 0.003, right? That's barely nothing, but that one tiny slide made him lose just a couple kilometers an hour, and that extra speed is all that she wrote. Rumelius in the lead. Waffly was in second for just a little bit, but Laurentius and Giuliano will overtake him. Laurentius and Rumulus fighting for the lead, and look at that, Rumulus has a little bit too much angle, and he'll get the slowdown, trying to land earlier on his right side, doing the same tricks that you do on 14. Laurentius will win the round. Giuliano is in second, fighting with Waffly, but Waffly too far behind. Bosbez is in fourth position. And that is a 1-2. And now in 4 trio. They have 3 maps rounds to do it. If not, Emrys, if they could come back, win 3 rounds in a row, they will go on to semis. But Golden Trio have a golden opportunity. A trio of them, if you will. A golden trio of opportunities.
Do we need a rim shot for all of these puns? But, I mean, either way, you're not wrong in what you're saying. We do see an early crash happening there from Emrys' side, so I may be all she wrote until Vionics decides to do the same. An eye for an eye, if you will. Laurentius and Giuliano currently leading first and second, though Bosbez has been fighting hard for that first place. Woofley trying to get in until Bosbez hits the flagpole. Oh, we went from a 3v2 to a 2v3 to a 2v2, and now we have a 2v1 in favor of Trio. Trio is looking to close it on out. move on to the semifinals. The finish line is in sight. They just have to beat the Finnish man, Wolfoli, along with the rest of his team. Is it going to be enough? I think it's going to, unless they mess up the jump. Speed is looking good. Angle is fine. And I think this is lights out for Emrys Esports. Wins it in the end with a 3-2 victory. What a close match. What a great match to behold. And
I'm so happy we
good luck to Golden Trio. Moving on to the semifinals. And we have to say goodbye to Emrys Esports.
I'm so sorry, Bueno, that we gave you the other match. You know? Yeah. Go cast Toro, you know? We're gonna cast the Golden Trio Emrys match. He was so happy about it, and then he comes in on map. I think it was the start of map 3, right? Because his game was already finished.
Oh no! That's how it goes sometimes, right? That's how it goes sometimes.
That is how it goes. GG's in chat. GG's in Twitch chat as well. Thank you everyone for coming around. That was an amazing time. 180 people here to witness Golden Trio going to the semis, and now we know who our top 4 is. Ladies and gentlemen, Golden Trio is gonna go in as well as Toro, and we have 2 other teams. Who are they that went through?
So looking at the semifinals, Exalted Toro winning their match, Shift winning theirs, we've got Golden Trio winning theirs, and then finally, if I'm correct, wait, I forget, was it the DNF Flying Guys kind of messed me up because of all the changes, but it was the Flying Guys in the end winning 3-1. That's how it goes sometimes, right? So we'll see Golden Trio versus the Flying Guys in the semifinals, and we'll see Toro versus Shift as well. So those will be our semifinals. Oh man, I remembered everything correctly. Did I? Yes, please. Let's go.
Let's go.
There's a lot going on in my mind. All right, don't blame me if I say something wrong. In fact, if I do say something wrong, feel free to correct us. We'll keep saying it wrong twice, 3 times, perhaps, and then we'll maybe fix it. You know, it's like a sprint of sorts. For those who know what the sprint is. But yeah, 2 semifinals. Those will be best of 7s instead of best of 5s. Will be happening tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel. So starting off at 12:30 UTC, that's 13:30 CET, aka 1:30. And yeah, we'll kick things off with the semifinals, best of 7, and we'll close things out with the grand finals right after that. That'll be a best of 9.
Just curious, what time are we starting at?
Starting out. Which time zone would you like?
I would like UTC because I can do -5.
UTC is 12:30, so that is
7:30. Okay, it's not that bad. I can wake up at 6:30 tomorrow and be completely.
You better. All right. Otherwise, I'm gonna call you out on stream again. Simple.
Like you did last
It's very simple.
Oh, man.
I had a blast with the matches today. We had some nice close matches. We had some Pepega maps as well, right? 19, I will say, was, yeah, I don't think, the moment we got 19, we didn't get a master class from Mika, right, or Alcon, but instead we had a bit of an awkward map. Lorenzius was doing a great job though on 19. I think he was the fastest player of the bunch as well. And overall, a very, very nice close match, right? And that's what I was wanting. That's what I was hoping for. We didn't get the 4-4 in the final map, but, I'll take a 3-2 scoreline.
Honestly, every round was close. You didn't know who was going to win it, right? It was all about the consistency. As I said, these players, they weren't the fastest on that map. None of them were, right? And so it all came down to who was just faster with consistently, right? And I mean that was obviously not Giuliano's teammate in of course I forget. Why do I have this slow brain that
I'm bad at names as well. Are you talking about Viannis or Lorenzius?
Lorenzius.
There you go.
Talking about Lorenzius. He was the fastest player by far. He had the pace. Yeah, Cosmo wasn't that bad either on the map. But yeah.
You have to eat your words. We got those sub 1s. We had 2 sub 1s. Giuliano was 1,000th of a second away. He was 1,000th of a second away from just a 1 minute flat. So. Okay. No, but there were 3 sub 1s. One of the rounds had 2 sub 1s. Yes.
Yeah. Cosmo, I think, had the other one. Right, but Giuliano did get 2 of them. So yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun match, fun to cast. Hopefully everyone in chat enjoyed it as well. Be sure to come back tomorrow for some more matches. We've got the semifinals happening along with the grand finals. To repeat that once more, that is at 12:30 UTC, aka 1:30 Central European Time. So check your calendar for that. Make sure to you don't miss out by an hour or anything of the sorts. That would be kind of awful because you could miss out on some great Trackmania action. Be sure to check out the skins. We've got some nice fall skins for you. And if you decide to buy these skins, your payment will go directly into the prize pool. Curious to see how the players will do, how much they will earn. We will be giving away money to the top 3. So the 3rd, 4th place match is going to matter when it comes to both the bronze medal and also a little bit of cash to send you your way despite not winning the tournament. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for now. I want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out, and I'll leave it to Quantum to close it on out.
I'll do a little bit more of pushing since we still have a few people here. If you're not already, follow us on Twitter for more tournaments to come. We are about to announce a new one after tscs finishes. We also get as well a new channel on YouTube, the Trackmania Esports Clips channel, where maybe you missed out on one of the best moments, or maybe you just wanted to share one of the best moments from the tournament and any Trackmania Esports tournament for that matter. Then you could just clip it and then ship it off to SRK, who will put it up on the channel. Thank you so much for making that. And of course, the skins, as you said earlier, praise for the prize pool. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along. And tomorrow is going to be a very, very long day. We're going to start at 7:30 a.m. for my time. We're going to start at around 1:30 p.m. obviously in CET. So let's hope for a wonderful set of matches, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully it doesn't run over TMGLC.
That would be bad.
That'd be pretty bad. But with all these long matches that we're going to get tomorrow, I don't think I'll be surprised. So I'm just going to message Jerry just to be sure that I'm good, you know. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along. We'll see you all next time.